Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Today's reaction is going to be on Xayah and Rakan. So last time we did like a 2 champion reaction was, of course, with Kale and Morgana, the 2 sisters, and I thought this would be another perfect attempt at doing one of those videos again. So we're going to do like a kind of this thing where we kind of go back and forth between Xayah and Rakan. We're going to look at biography and story first. We'll move on to any cinematics that they may have. We'll move on to the skins, and then we'll take a look finally with the voice lines and stuff all together at the very end. So Xayah and Rakan, I want to say I don't know too much about them. Vestayan, obviously. Other than that, yeah, I mean, obviously they're made of like feathers and stuff, or they have wings. That's it, guys. So we're gonna be very like fresh going into these 2 champions. Okay, let's start off with Xayah first. So her name is, or it says she is the Rebel. Okay, that's a good like just a little name to have, is the Rebel. Like, that's so good. And then her quote is, "Ever been stabbed by a feather?" That's already threatening. Very nice. We have role is marksman, region is Ionia. Okay, that makes sense, right? Race is Vestayan. So it makes sense that they're in Ionia. And then related champions are only Rakan and Zed. Now, I think when we did do the Zed reaction, I do recall there was like a Xayah, Rakan. There's like a whole cinematic, right? Didn't they fight each other? So we'll have to get back into that and see what the full story is there. And probably watch the cinematic. All right, her paragraph here says, "Deadly and precise, Xayah is a Vestayan revolutionary waging a personal war to save her people. She uses her speed, guile, and a razor-sharp feather blades to cut down anyone who stands in her way. Xayah fights alongside her partner and lover, Rakan, to protect their dwindling tribe and restore their race to her vision of its former." Okay, so we have kind of another case of a Vestayan, or, well, we just did like a Nami reaction. Basically, again, trying to protect their tribe. Nami, you know, also being a Vestayan. It seems like the Vestayans are really like all trying to protect their tribe from just some sort of thing that's either making their tribe go away, or it's like there's some sort of enemy or monster coming. Things like that. It seems to be like very constant in these Vestayan tribes. I love the art on these 2. And of course, you know, this is Valentine's month, or it's February. It's past Valentine's technically right now as of recording, but it is still the whole month, I would say. So this is actually a perfect opportunity to do these 2. As a child of the Lothlin tribe, I want to say that's how you say it, Xayah loved listening to her father sing folk hymns about ancient Vestayan heroes. The haunting melodies transported her to a long-forgotten time when magic danced freely through the island of Quaylin, imbuing the Lothlin with immense power. Yet with each new generation, humans encroached farther into all the Vestaya's ancestral tribelands, disrupting their raw essence. The tribes began to fade, losing vitality as they were gradually cut off from the spirit of the first lands. Oh, and were forced to negotiate with their mortal rivals. Okay, so the tribes just began to fade because of them being cut from the first lands, the spirit of the first lands. It's kind of like being one with nature, and then like all these humans are just coming in and ruining everything, right? Xayah watched in frustration as time and again her tribe's Juloa ambassadors made treaties with mortals that were swiftly broken. Most disturbingly, humans had discovered the secrets of towering constructs known as Quinlan's and were using them to inhibit Ionia's natural magic in order to protect their expanding settlements. Even though Xayah and others like her urged their people to fight back, the Lothlin instead withdrew into themselves, shunning the mortal world as they clung to what little they had left. Yet this would not protect them, and they were eventually driven from their homes. Yeah, that's sad, man. That really is. The Lothlin became rootless nomads. Xayah became a freedom fighter, and she was not alone. Vestayan rebellions were growing across Ionia, seeking retribution against mortals. The time for negotiation was over. Xayah was determined to use her lethal quills in battle to release the land's wild magic. That's very cool. So she shoots like lethal quills at people. Flitting in and out of the most fortified strongholds and leaving a trail of bodies in her wake, she earned the sobriquet, the Violet Raven. Oh, that's such a badass name, actually. Her dedication to the cause was unmatched as she focused only on the next mission and the next step toward freedom for her kind. Though she cherished her rebel allies, she usually acted alone, believing she could do the job better than any other. I get the whole lone wolf thing, for sure, because sometimes you think other people are like holding you back, but let's see if we get to find out how she meets Rakan. Then she met another Vestaya who would change her life forever. After she entered the remote mountain town of Lonco in search of a stolen artifact, she was struck by the sight of a braying crowd of humans. On stage before them stood a preening, flamboyant performer who sang old Vestayan songs for his captivated audience. As he witnessed his show with a dazzling array of cheap tricks, the crowd erupted and chanted his name, Rakan, Rakan, Rakan. He took a theatrical bow as Xayah dismissed him as a buffoon, a fellow Lothland he might be, but this Rakan seemed like nothing more than a foolish mutakel? I don't know what that mutakel is like. It's probably just a slang or something saying he's just an idiot. Xayah willed herself to ignore him and completed her mission, which she couldn't deny had become far easier thanks to Rakan distracting the locals. Before Xayah could flee into the wilderness, Rakan accosted her. After making a series of failed attempts to charm her with flattery, the brash Vastaya asked for news of the Lothland tribe. When she told him they had lost their lands, his plumage darkened, and she was surprised at the depth of his rage. Perhaps there was more to Rakan than she'd thought. I mean, yeah, like you gotta be. Come on. I mean, he clearly is from the Lothland tribe, and you telling him the news of what happened to them, that would make, I feel like that would make anybody mad, but that's very cool that. So right now what's going on is she's kind of like in her lone wolf mode. She's like, I'm not even thinking about a man right now or anything like that. I'm thinking about saving my tribe, getting this artifact, completing this mission. But then seeing Rakan like this, kind of like a meet cute for Rakan and Xayah, huh? Is that what's happening? When she told him of her true cause, he begged to join her, seeing potential in his ability to create divergence of nothing else. Xayah agreed. Okay, so yeah, he could also just be, the theatrical buffoon for her while she does other stuff during missions. When they began the travel, she saw Rakan as a useful but annoying asset. The showboating battle dancer would leap in Puboe through enemies with ease, distracting them before Xayah struck them down. Indeed, this fighting style almost compensated for his irritating inability to remember Xayah's meticulous plans. Okay, so he is kind of just a buffoon. He's kind of an idiot that just happens to have like some skills going on with his like dancing moves or something, it sounds like. Rakan helped Xayah in other ways as well. While she was blunt and abrasive, he was insightful and charismatic, able to use charm and persuasion where she would have resorted to violence. All right, so they complement each other very well. Got it. She was impressed by his uncanny ability to assess people's emotions and trustworthiness. She sometimes questioned Rakan's compassion for mortals, but never doubted his devotion to the rebel cause. Eventually, Xayah realized her feelings for Rakan were changing. There was a lightness to him in his free-spirited ways that she found aggravatingly alluring. Over time, she grew to welcome his company, and though she was initially loath to admit it, the world didn't feel so broken and lonely. They became inseparable. This is a nice love story. In all the years since, the two of them have become formidable champions of the Vastaya, and word of their deeds is spreading. In the wake of the Noxian invasion, I was gonna say, what's going on with like the Noxian invasion stuff? Ionians are undeniably more aggressive and dangerous, especially the peoples of the Navori and the hated Order of Shadow. Okay, so we're getting mention of them. Even so, this has enabled Xayah and Rakan to rally countless more Vastaya to their side, and their dream of rebellion is coming to fruition. Together, they will fight to reclaim the First Land so that the tribes may thrive once again. Very cool story, and like a nice introduction to Rakan and how she meets Rakan too. I wonder when we go to read Rakan's biography if it's just pretty much going to be exactly the same, or if we're going to get like a little bit more background on him. I mean, her character makes sense to me. Like she is, it doesn't say she's old, but it doesn't say, it seems like Xayah is a little bit on the younger side. She's not like one of the nomads or anything. But like, yeah, if your whole, if your tribe and your people are being pushed back and you're losing more and more lands, like you want to fight and try to take it back because all the other people don't seem like they're fighting. So I totally get where Xayah is coming from with all these like missions and things that she's doing. And cool that Rakan is just willing to help, and he's like, yeah, I want to see the same thing. So they have like the same common goal. And then they also ended up loving each other. So that's very cool. All right, our story is called Puboe Prison Break. Rakan is the worst. He's not listening. He's fixated on his own golden feathers as if they'd changed from when he cleaned them this morning. I'm going to have to repeat the plan, although thinking it over again, it probably was too complicated for a rescue mission. Simple is better. They will kill me if they catch me, I tell him. Who? He looks ready to kill at the thought of anyone harming me. The guards, I say. It's always guards. Then I'll distract them. He puffs his chest out. Win. Okay, I already feel like I'm going to love Rakan because he's going to have like funny humor, hopefully. Look for a green flash before the sun sets. Then draw the guards away from the western walls while I run along the ramparts to the cells. So what I'm getting right here, like just from like their dialogue already, Xayah is like the serious one who wants to take things seriously. Rakan's like the more funny one, but it like complements each other in a way, right? I put on a show the moment the sun sets, he says, like it was his idea. Where do we meet? At the gate. I'll throw a golden blade into the sky, but you have to be there in 10 breaths. I pull one of his feathers from his cloak. It's warm on my fingers. A memory floods back of me lying in his arms by the Affe waterfall. The sun filtering through the leaves, catching the edges of our feathers as they lay atop each other. That was a lovely day. Oh, we're getting like lovely memories now. What is this thing? She wants I'll throw a golden blade into the sky. Okay. I will be at the gate the moment you throw the blade, he swears. I take his hand in mine and lean close. I know. Oh, so the golden blade is just from his feathers. She's going to throw it in the sky. Okay. That smug, confident grin cracks his face. I want to slap him, or kiss him, or both. Now, darling, if I were you, I would stay behind the cover of the tree line so you're not spotted. Our embrace is so warm I wish it would last all night, but the sun is dangerously close to the horizon, and our esteemed consul isn't going to escape a dungeon guarded by a horde of shadow acolytes on his own. Rakan tells me to be careful as he wanders away, looking at the sky. Every time he leaves, my heart sinks. I'm sure it won't be the last time I see him, although one day it might. Remember my heart fire, I whisper after him. Sunset. I dart in between the fortress's parapets unseen. Years of avoiding the stares of humans taught me their many blind spots. 6 acolytes guard the gate leading to the dungeons. They carry double firing crossbows, swords tucked in their belts, and who knows what else in the pouches fastened around their waists. I slink along the inner wall behind them to get within striking distance. I pluck 5 of my feathers and stack them neatly in my palm, holding them in place between my index finger and thumb, ready to send them flying. I love that we're getting some little art pieces here too with the story. There's a noise from outside the walls, the crash of a gong. Shouts, confused men, it has to be Rakan. The prison guards hear it too. Worry chokes my heart. I hope my love is okay. I know he's going to be okay. He'd better be okay, or I will force a necromancer to resurrect him so I can murder him myself. He knows I'll do that too. I'll figure it out. That's so funny. The guards are distracted from their posts. He's early, but it's perfect timing. I can get in without needing to fell a single one of them. I almost reach the dungeon door when I see another guard climb the parapet and take deadly aim with his rifle. Nobody aims anything at my Rakan. I'll have the still beating heart of anyone who dares to harm as much as one of his feathers. It'll make a cute beating heart necklace. Oh God. I stop. The prisoners won't be going anywhere. I've got time to turn this guard into a sieve. I leap back toward the parapet. The first feather I throw slices off the barrel of a gun. It clatters loudly to the floor. The rest slice through his chest. He drops like a bag of turnips. Wow. The description of her like throwing her feathers is pretty crazy. Intruder, one of the guards at the gate shouts. I duck and roll as crossbow bolts ping off the stone wall behind me or stab into the wooden post. Staying low, I race straight toward the acolytes who are fanning out to get better angles. I leap. They shoot where they think gravity will take me instead of where I am, hovering in the air. I throw another handful of feathers, shaping them into blades mid-fight. 5 of the guards drop, my quill sticking out of their chest. Dude, she's scary, but it's like really cool. The remaining acolyte narrows his eyes and squares his shoulders, ready to fight. His sword is out before my feet touch the ground. Your soul will serve me forever, he grunts. I can feel the shadow magic bound up in his blade, the essence of every life it has taken. I laugh. I killed more people in the last 20 paces than you have in your entire life. The acolyte hesitates before slashing wildly in my direction. His little sword leaves wavering trails of darkness. I don't have time for this. The sun is setting. I turn my back. Wow. With a snap of my fingers, my quills tear free of the corpses behind the acolyte and fly back towards me. Oh, what? That's really cool. I didn't know they do that. I hear the sword clang to the floor a moment before the dull thud of his body. I'm sure the Order of Shadow will find some way to harness these men's souls into a slingshot or something. I don't really know how these guys work, but good on them for being so economical. One shouldn't waste life essence. Interesting. I didn't hear anything about the Order of Shadow doing something with the souls. I guess I didn't. Maybe I'm not remembering that they do stuff like that with the dead bodies. I take Rakan's feather and launch it high into the air. It hangs in the sky, a golden message that should turn some heads, but there's only one who knows what it means. Meanwhile, I have a date in the dungeons with the consul. He looks terrible sitting in a cage, emaciated, weak, beaten. He doesn't look up, figuring me for one of the guards. He and his mate are Sojoko, but his entourage are Xayah from other tribes. Oh, okay. Their harrowed eyes thank me more than their tongues. They know as well as I that it is no time for gratitude. We're not out of the fortress yet. As I lead the prisoners toward the eastern gate, I'm perplexed by the appalling lack of guards. Nearly every post is deserted. Isn't this supposed to be a fortress? Who makes their schedules? We round past the armory and the barracks. There's the gate. Looks like Rakan found the guards. Dozens of them. They're surrounding him. My feathers bristle. Heartbeat necklace, here I come. Rakan reaches us. His smile turns from confident to bemused as he speaks with the consul. Akunir is one of the father's oldest friends and the most important of our ambassadors. I have much to discuss with him once we're out of this. All of you, run for the tree line, I command. They're panicked, but thankfully Rakan took out the riflemen. More of us will survive crossing the field. Run, I yell. Akunir's too slow. Rakan begins to lead him toward the forest. The consul grabs at Rakan. No, please, protect Call. Rakan turns back toward her. I shake my head. Rakan understands. He drags the consul behind him. I nod to the strongest looking Juloa. He lifts Cole in his arms. She calls him Jurov, and he pledges on his horns to keep her safe. He makes it 10 paces, but the first arrow strikes him, but he doesn't stop. He carries Cole into the forest. Oh, so he gets hit. The shadow acolytes surge forward after them. XAYAH, Rakan yells, bow tube or Tubebow? Huh? What is he asking? I wish I had time to play, but I don't. Instead, I join the fight, and it's not pretty for the acolytes. Bow tube or Tubebow? What is he asking? We were safe under the forest canopy by the time Jurov's body could ignore its wounds no longer. Cole kneels next to his corpse. His blood is on the leaves. Oh, we have already prayed that his spirit finds our ancestors in joy and peace. Man, we got a casualty. That sucks. His family will mourn for moons. I'm used to death. It doesn't move me as it once did. Rakan takes it hard. I have to be strong for him. At least the consul is safe. After taking his hand off his wife's shoulder, he turns to me. I have friends in the south, he says. The Kinku must be informed. Oh, the Kinku order. That's cool. Humans broke the pact. I feel my blood rising. How can you not see this as a grievous trespass? To them, magic is power. To us, it is life. They will never respect our boundaries. No, but Shen is very much about like making sure nature and all that stuff is intact, right? Humans are a splintered race, Xayah. Only Zed and his shadows broke the pact. They do not speak for all men. Ah, see, this is cool that we're getting like this kind of story here. You are naive. Your friends in the south will betray you. Then they will turn on us all. Yeah, this is typical, like, I don't know, you see this in, I don't know, sci-fi fantasy movies all the time of like the young person who doesn't meet somebody that like actually has the same views as them, and then eventually later in the movie they find somebody that does, and then yeah. Anyways, the Kinku are honorable. They will believe me. I trust them. So you're not naive. You're an idiot. Akunir is shocked that I dare speak to him like this. I reject the notion of being diplomatic. Diplomacy will not restore life to the dead. Cole stands up. Her face is a mask of grief and anger. I will go back north, Akunir. I will tell them what was done to us. I honestly didn't think she had it in her. The glow fades from Akunir's eyes. Cole, no. I will bear word of Jurov's fate to his kin and mourn with them. Then I will muster arms and prepare the tribe to fight. You cannot do that, the consul proclaims. Cole ignores him. I forsake my claim to you. I forsake your claim to me. Cole, please, his voice falters. No, she says. The consul takes a step forward, but Rakan stops him. I will speak with my mate, Akunir says to Rakan, to his guards. But Cole has already turned away. She looks at me, and I no longer see a diplomat's wife. I see a warrior. She gathers those loyal to her, all but 2 of the consul's entourage. Thank you, Xayah, Cole says before she turns north and walks farther into the forest. Akunir and his guards watch her leave, then wordlessly set off to the south. Rakan moves in close to me. I feel his heart beating in time with my own. Promise me nothing will come between us like that, Mieli. I say. We're not like them, Miela. Rakan assures me. We'll never be like them. These words, I wish they would like put in parentheses what they mean, but that's fine, I guess. I watch Cole as she disappears among the trees. Where to now, Xayah? Let's just stay here a moment longer, I murmur. I bury my face in his chest. He drapes his cloak and arms around me. My head rises and falls with his breath. I could stay here forever. Oh, this is a really cute art piece. Yeah, I mean, it's not like fully detailed or anything, but you can still like get the expressions on their faces and stuff. Repeat it back to me, I tell him. We are not like them, he says. We are not like them. He smiles and kisses my forehead. The vows we took at the FA waterfall spring to my mind. His heart beats for me and mine for him. Home is within his arms, his breath, his smile. There is no one better than Rakan. Oh, that's such a sweet ending to the story. We got like kind of everything in this. We got an action story. We got, you know, like a jailbreak. We got strategizing at the beginning of the story. We got to see kind of like the dialogue between the 2 main characters and like how they differ. You know, we got the love part of it at the very end. Somebody even dies. And then we even learn like a little bit about, you know, what some of these console people think about the Kinku Order and what they think of the Order of the Shadows and all that. So we got a lot in this story that I think really developed a lot of the 2 champions for me, as well as like their role within and like their thoughts on the rest of Ionia, kind of. So cool. Basically, I think this story was very, very good. Okay, so we're going to take a look at Rakan now, which is the Charmer, which makes sense for him. And the quote he has is, I got freedom, I got a lady, I got a cause I'd die for. Okay. I mean, he seems pretty content then, right? So role is support, which I guess that also makes sense just based on what we've read for his story and stuff, or Xayah's story. And then region Ionia, race Vistaya, and same thing, we got Xayah and Zed as the related champions. His paragraph says, as mercurial as he is charming, Rakan is an infamous Vestayan troublemaker and the greatest battle dancer in Lothland tribal history. To the humans of the Ionian Highlands, his name had long been synonymous with wild festivals, uncontrollable parties, and anarchic music. But this energetic traveling showman has left his old life behind, dedicating himself to the cause of his lover, the rebel Xayah. Together, they seek to free Ionia's wild magic, restoring the Vestaya's birthright. The Lothland Vestaya once lived on the ancient mystical borders of Ionia's deep forest on the eastern island of Quaylin. It was a place where magic was breathed like air and time had little meaning. To these chimeric creatures, the lands of mortals were an unforgiving desert, virtually devoid of magic, and over the centuries that desert only grew, encroaching on the Vestaya's territories. Rakan was born into a tribe in decline, yet he never gave up hope. Like his brethren, Rakan watched as human settlements continued to expand, damming the flow of Ionia's wild, chaotic magic for their own safety. Many tribes were sent emissaries to negotiate with them, securing treaties to protect the mystical energy the Vestaya needed to thrive, yet over and over again these promises were broken. Disillusioned, most Vestaya became increasingly isolationist as they clung to their remaining lands, but young Rakan advocated a different path. The battle dancer believed that immortals could be convinced to let wild magic run free if they could only appreciate its beauty, and he boasted that he was the one to make them see it. For this, he was labeled Mutakal, distrusted as a human sympathizer and collaborator. Ooh, okay. Basically, this is anybody that interacted with humans and saw that they were, equal or whatever, right? Just sympathized with humans. Rakan left the Lothland tribe determined to spread the song of his people across Ionia. He was an entertaining rogue, a welcome performer at any tavern or village carnival, but over the years he realized that was all he was to mortals. No matter how many dances and songs he performed, no matter how much he enthralled the crowds, he merely provided diversion to drunken revelers. Yeah, they didn't see him for him being a Vestayan and just that's all he really was, okay? Rakan grew restless, finding himself without purpose until he had a chance encounter with Xayah, a fellow Lothland at the Harvest Festival in Vlanko. Basically, he had a midlife crisis or something. Seeing her in the crowd, Rakan sang one of his old songs, entrancing the entire town with his gleaming plumage. Though countless humans and Vestayan women had fallen for him in the past, this violet raven seemed immune to his charms, though not uninterested. Oh, so now he's okay, she's giving me a chase here. How could she see him and yet choose not to follow him? It was a puzzle with no easy answer. Oh, that's what really intrigues him, yeah. Intrigued, literally, the battle dancer approached Xayah and asked after the welfare of their tribe. When she told him that the Lothland had lost the last of their lands, Rakan howled with rage. This finally seemed to impress Xayah, and she assured him that there was still hope. She was part of something greater, a rebellion of sorts, to take back what the Vestaya had lost. Not just for the Lothland, but for all tribes. Rakan was thunderstruck. Here was a chance for him to redeem his people, a cause he was willing to die for. He implored Xayah to let him accompany her, and she agreed as long as he carried his weight. And as Xayah would soon learn, Rakan's dances were as impressive in battle as they were on stage. He called himself the greatest battle dancer in Lothland history. I'll have to definitely see his gameplay abilities. If they're going to be battle dancing moves, that's going to be kind of funny. A boast that none could refute. His grand entrances and dazzling acrobatics distracted and befuddled enemies before Xayah felled them with her razor-sharp quills. In any dangerous situation, they fought together with uncanny harmony. During their travels, basically you can see their battle, whenever they fight people together, that's almost like a dance all in itself, right? During their travels, Rakan became fascinated by how Xayah interacted with the world. She seemed always prepared, aloof, and focused, whereas he was absent-minded, affable, and lacking seriousness. Yeah, see, I'm personally definitely more like Xayah, but I don't mind people that are like this. Like I said, it's like a good mixture to have these two types of people, right? Although Rakan would often forget her carefully laid plans, he made up for it with his ability to read the emotions of others, using charisma and insight to persuade them. The two Vestaya were so different, and yet they achieved great feats, each one's strengths complementing the other's weaknesses. Soon enough, Rakan couldn't imagine life without Xayah, and it was clear that she felt the same for him. The pair pledged themselves to each other in the midst of a raucous tavern brawl. Yet they did not see eye to eye in all things. Where she viewed the world as black and white, with mortals always the enemy, he had more compassion and believed some of them were redeemable. See, I'm a little bit, I'm a little bit like a mixture of this. I do sometimes see things as black and white, but I definitely have lots of empathy and compassion for certain people. I don't know, yeah. Despite this difference, Rakan was certain that his and Xayah's love for each other would bear them through the storms that lay ahead. Through Xayah, Rakan had found purpose. Inspired by his partner's singular drive, Rakan has made her crusade his own, and together they will fight to reclaim the first lands for the Vestaya. Yeah, I didn't really want to talk too much in this story. We pretty much got the same gist, just kind of from Rakan's point of view here. basically we learned a little bit more that he is definitely like, so he's a battle dancer. He definitely likes to perform. He likes to sing. He likes to dance. And he actually has sympathy for humans because he sees the world in a different light than Xayah. She definitely sees it as like, oh, all humans are bad because they're all pushing onto our lands and things like that. But of course, like, just like in the real world, not all humans are bad. Even though there's a lot of bad people, you know, there's definitely a lot of good people as well. Wait a minute, are we literally going to get this story but from Rakan's point of view? Because this is called Nothing Rhymes with Tubebow. And in the Xayah story, he says Tubebow and bow tube, like he's trying to rhyme them. Is that what's going on? Let's go ahead and read, I guess. 2 paths lead to the monastery fortress from the villages below it, Xayah begins. I follow her eyes and see a pair of golden stairways that stretch down from the mountain temple to the farmhouses below. Okay, totally, sounds like it's totally starting off different. Each wood-woven home probably has a whole family inside it. There, mortals are born, die, and most importantly, create new songs, probably with harps and drums. Maybe flutes? I should make a reed flute later. First, I need to fluff my cloak. Did I remember to clean my feathers? The town below must have an inn. A bottle of wine would be great right now. Okay, so his mind is kind of like all over the place right now. He's definitely very energetic in his mind even too. Rakan, Xayah says. Crap, she was telling me the plan. I focus back on her face, on her crooked smile. The sunset's last rays reflect in her eyes. I love her eyelashes. I want to repeat it back to me. Something in the monastery. She was, I rendezvous with you at, I say, but I've already lost the thread. I pull at one of the feathers on my head, hoping to pluck the idea from it. A tiny shimmer of light glistens from her scrumptious bottom lip. Are her lips purple today? They were violet yesterday. They will kill me if they catch me, she says. The shock of the thought takes my breath. I feel my face twist into a snarl. Who? I demand. He's like, as soon as he hears like she'll die or something, he like starts paying attention. That's very funny. The guards, she replies. It's always guards. Okay, so this is the same story. This is literally the same conversation. We're getting it from his point of view and like in his brain. Then I'll distract them. When? She points to the sky. Look for a green flash before the sun sets. I thought it was a gold flash. Maybe they're doing the same thing, but it's different. Then draw the guards away from the western walls while I run along the ramparts to the cells. I put on a show the moment the sun sets. I say, where do we meet? At the gate. I'll throw a golden blade into the sky. Okay, yeah, no, it is. Geez, I'm going back and forth. I wasn't sure if it was the same thing or not. But you have to be there in 10 breaths, Xayah says, plucking a feather from my cloak. I will be at that gate the moment you throw the blade, I say. Nothing in my life is more certain than that. I know. She nods and begins telling me the safest path to take. She plans things, which is why I know she will be okay. Wow, the sky is gorgeous right now. That cloud is shaped like an eggplant. I saw a dog once. Okay, I mean, at this point, can we just say Rakan has ADD? Like, his mind, and I don't have ADD, but I've like been told, or I've seen like TikToks where they like basically simulate what ADD is. You know, I'm not 100% on this, but basically his thoughts are all over the place, which is what I have the general idea of like what somebody with ADD might have, right? I do not like these steps. I do not like them. The gold leaf covering the stone is almost the same color as my feathers. It's infuriating. I consider changing their hue, but it would take some magic. Damn, I can't be tired when she needs me. Xayah probably sent me this way knowing my plumage would blend in here. A red cape would look better against these steps. Maybe indigo? What's around this corner? Why is he thinking about these non-important things right now? More steps. Only humans could cut stone into flat shapes to make a mountain boring. I should climb the cliff. Xayah said to take the steps, I'm pretty sure. I pick up some pebbles and begin to juggle them. I hear the magic writhing north of me within the twisting root of the Ratty Forest, I'll call it. The forest song find its way into my head and I begin to sing it. What was that? A voice echoes from above. An entryway. A human guard appears. His clothing is dark as shadow. Who are you? He demands. I am Rakan, I reply. How can anyone not know that? Who? I don't like him. I hate him more than steps. I am Rakan, the battle dancer of the Lothland tribe. I am the song of the morning. I am the dance of the midnight moon. I am the charm that... It's that Vestayan entertainer, another guard interrupts. He too wears boring clothing. Clothes I haven't seen in this area before. The first guard wears a shiny golden amulet on his chest. I snatch it from him. Whoa, you can't just steal things, Rakan. Hey, what's this? I ask. He doesn't deserve this, whatever this is. He grasps for it, but I flip it around my hand while still juggling the pebbles in the other. Give me that. I flick each stone into his face. Oh my god. No, I say. Then as innocently as I can, I ask, is it important? He draws a pair of hook swords. I take one away from him before he can raise them. Open the gate. I'll give you back this shiny thing. I offer as I twirl this amulet in my palm and then send it spinning up my arm. Instead, the rude fool swings at me. I flip over his attack and land behind him. He turns to slash again. See, I really would love to see this in a cinematic. This seems like really funny. I dive under his blade, using my rear to knock him off balance. He falls down the steps with a scream. The other guard watches his friend tumbling away, then looks back to me. I shake my head at him. Honestly, how can anyone not know who I am? This one stabs at me with his spear. I twist past him, allowing my feathered cloak to envelop him for a moment. Blinded, he stumbles and trips over himself. He falls onto his shield and shoots down the stairway with a clack clack clacking sound. Well, until he crashes into his friend on the first landing. The impact sends them both sprawling. I laugh. Now I get steps. You are terrible dancers, I say as I check my cloak for dirt. The two people stumble to their feet, glaring up at me. You okay? I ask, thankful for the amusement. They roar as they rush up the steps. Ungrateful bastards. I leap away from them and ask, want to know the difference between a party and a fight? They slash at me with their weapons again and again. One is an entertaining day, as I say as I send them back down the stairs. The other is shorter. A deafening gong sounds behind me. I smile. The fun part begins. You gotta do better than that, I yell, taunting my pursuers as I run. I do need to get out of here, though. There are 20 guards now. Okay, maybe 30. More than lots. Okay, so he doesn't have, like... Either he's totally not scared, which he probably isn't, because he knows these guards aren't going to get the best of him, and that's why he's messing with them. Or maybe he just doesn't really have fear whatsoever. I don't know. He probably has fear of somebody killing Xayah, but other than that, he doesn't seem like he's very fearful. Running through their sleeping chambers was a bad idea. However, it did give me a chance to freshen up. Some of the men have those strange crossbows. They use fire from a tube. They had a name. I'm going to call them Tubebows. Their shots explode around me, eating holes into the wall as I dive out of the room. I slide into the courtyard, performing a full twist to give it some flair. The gate is open. I could run for it, but Xayah needs me. Hidden in an alcove, a guard swings at me with a large Tubebow, or is it bow tube? Better? He pulls at the trigger. I leap toward him, diving over his shot. What's a good rhyme for Tubebow? I ask out loud. Oh my god. In the middle of combat. I kick the guard up in the air. As he falls, I spin and introduce my hand to his cheek. The sound is louder than his weapon. Oh slap, I say, mimicking its intensity. The human rolls to his feet, pulling a short sword. How are you not getting the message? I wonder if I can find a kitchen. That's where the chocolate would be. Now he's thinking about chocolate. The light in the sky is changing. I leap back into the air to check the sun's location again. It appears behind the hills, and an orb of green light flashes above it. Party time, I scream. Now the entire castle is chasing me. Surrender yourself, a guard in a metal hat yells. No, I am distracting you, I reply. He looks at me confused. I'm gonna slap him next. I love that he's slapping them now. A hail of arrows launches from the opposite wall. I swerve through them, enjoying the whistle they make as their fletching passes me. Would I look good in that metal hat? The golden blade hangs in the air for a second before falling. Xayah is ready to go. I take my first breath. She said I had 10, but 4 breaths is much too long. I need to know she's safe. Want to see some sweet moves? I ask the nearest human. He doesn't seem enthused. I roll through the group and appear behind him. He turns just in time to meet my cloak halfway. My feathers spin up into the air like a top. 12 spins is my record, but that was on a hill. So now, okay, so first off, he's thinking about like breaking records. His mind's thinking about like fashion half the time. He's thinking about food. He's also thinking, oh, I got to get to Xayah faster than what she told me. His mind is crazy. Second breath, the human slams it in the ground after 9 rotations. Damn, I don't have time to try again. Third breath, I have to make it back to where she needs me, back to Xayah. I leap up the rampart, then bound off its roof toward the gate. I take the 4th breath in mid-air. Xayah runs towards the gate with some fancy juloas. They are hairy where we have colored feathers. They must be from the Sojoko tribe. Too formal looking, but I do like the thick ridge of hair that flows along the back of their forearms. I should make my feathers do that. The eldest one's Sarah song seems like a terrible idea. We'll never make it, he cries. They have rifles. You mean the Tubebows, I ask? Alkunir stares at me blankly. Those are out of ammo, I explain. The Zinni longbows too. What? How? I am Rakan. I explain. I expect this from humans, but my own kind. All of you, run for the tree line, Xayah says. A dozen men covered in flour and chocolate run out from the guardhouse. Mixed with eggs, they would make a thing called cake. Pies are better, though. I think I might like cake more than pie. I'm not sure, actually. Run, Xayah yells. When the old Juloa fails to move, I pull him along. Cole kneels beside her guard's body. She and Xayah pray that his spirit finds our lands. One of his horns is broken. Blood pools in the leaves around him. Cole removes the last arrow from his corpse. He carried her all the way here, even after the humans wounded him. This Juloa would not, or should not have died. Someone loved him. They will sing his songs, but only silence will answer. My eyes well with tears. Oh, see, here's a big difference, I feel like. In the story for Xayah, like, she showed compassion for the death of that person. She literally said nobody should have died. She felt like she failed. The first thing he starts doing is, like, he starts crying because he has a lot of compassion and empathy, right? Softly, I sing for his loss and his family's. Xayah stands with her fists clenched. She won't grieve now. Instead, the pain will find her tonight when she thinks I'm asleep. Oh, she does it later. Okay. That is her way. I will kiss away her sorrow then. Oh, she's trying to be like strong in front of other people, but then she like really lets it out later. The consul is named Alkunir. He might have been a battle dancer when he was young. He and Xayah begin arguing about politics. Cole kisses the forehead of her guard. Her jaw is tight. She holds an anger stronger than Xayah's. She glares at her husband, Akunir. She has been waiting for him to listen for far too long. I will go back north, Akunir, Cole says as she rises. I will tell them what was done to us. Her arms are as tight as branches, rigid against her sides. Cole, no, Akunir protests. I will bear word of Jirelv's fate to his kin and mourn with them, she says. That must have been the guard's name. Perhaps he was kind. I like the smile lines on the side of his face. Then I will muster arms and prepare the tribe to fight. You cannot do that, the consul yells. I forsake my claim to you. I forsake your claim to me, she speaks coldly. Akunir looks as if he's been stabbed. He did not see this running down the hillside or in the forest or beside the dead guard. It was decided long ago, moons ago. Cole, please. No, she states simply. He moves to grab her. I block him. Oh, Rakan blocks him. I will speak with my mate, he says. I can feel his breath on my chin. He ate gulu fruit recently. My nose nearly touches his forehead. He glares up at me. I simply shake my head and shrug. I don't need words. For this, silence is better. His remaining two guards tense. They don't want to dance with me. I am Rakan. They know my name. They glance nervously to Xayah holding her blades. They know her name too. That's okay. So that's cool that they, other Lothland tribe or Vestians do know who these two are. Thank you, Xayah, Cole says before limping away. Akunir and his guards watch her go. Wordlessly, they set off to the south, leaving us alone. I move close to Xayah. I feel her sadness for Jirelv, Cole, and for Akunir. I'll drink wine tonight, then I'll sing rude songs. Promise me nothing will come between us like that, Mieli, she says. We're not like them, Miela. We'll never be like them, I reply. I can feel her worry. She's smarter than me about so many things, but foolish about love sometimes. Oh, that's a good way of putting them together in terms of like simplicity. She's smarter than me about so many things, but she's also foolish about love, meaning like compassion and stuff. Where to now, Xayah? Let's just stay here a moment longer. I wrap my cloak and arms around her. I will tickle her later. Is this an innuendo? We will laugh and drink. She will plan and I will sing. I feel her cheek on my chest. I'm glad that Xayah needs me now. Repeat it back to me, she says. We are not like them, I say again. We are not like them. Okay, this was cool to get like his point of view, and we very much so got his like what is going through his mind the entire time. This man's mind is all over the place, whereas Xayah is more serious. She's more focused, which is, again, that's kind of like how I would be definitely if I'm like taking up a task or a mission. I'd definitely be more focused and things like that. Rakan definitely seems kind of like the comedic relief between the two champions, of course, and it kind of makes sense. Like, it's saying it's putting two opposites together and it makes it work, right? And I think that is a good way of creating two very good champions, in my opinion. All right, first up, everybody, let's go ahead and do Xayah's champion spotlight. Excited to get into these abilities.
Champion spotlight featuring Xayah, the rebel.
Okay.
No one will block my path.
Okay, she looks cool. She got some spin moves. Oh, there she goes with her quills. Crazy. Okay, Rakan showing up to help. All right, let's see the actual breakdown here.
They say I don't know when to quit. Like that's a weakness.
I like that voice line. Okay.
Xayah's passive is Clean Cuts. After casting an ability, Xayah's next few basic attacks are empowered, as indicated below her health bar.
Okay.
Each empowered basic attack will pierce through all enemies in their path, dealing
That seems
reduced
pretty
damage
good.
to targets other than the one you clicked on. They'll also leave a feather behind when they land. We'll talk more about feathers in a bit.
Okay.
When playing on the same team as her true love Rakan, Xayah gets a second passive, Lover's Leap.
Wait for me.
Oh.
If either Xayah or Rakan is recalling, they can sync up to return to base together.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
Xayah's Q is Double Daggers.
Double daggers.
Xayah throws two blades in a line, damaging all enemies they hit. Though, like her passive, they deal reduced damage for all targets beyond the first. The blades also leave a feather where they land.
Okay.
Xayah's Q
These all
and
seem
passive
good.
let her trade in lane while staying safely behind her own minions. After slicing up Thresh with a pair of blades, Clean Cuts kicks in to give her opponents an extra licking.
1,000 cuts
Very
is
nice.
only the
And then I
beginning.
see there's 3 feathers down. All right, what else we got?
Xayah's W is Deadly Plumage. Xayah
Deadly
conjures
Plumage.
a storm of feather blades, increasing her attack speed and granting bonus damage to her next few basic attacks.
That's a really cool ability. Okay.
If Xayah
So far, they're
attacks
very
an enemy
basic.
champion while empowered by Deadly Plumage, she'll gain a short burst of movement speed as well.
Okay.
If Rakan is nearby when Xayah activates Deadly Plumage, he'll also gain the ability's effects.
What? That's so cool that you get that.
The best
But I feel
time
like
to
how
flaunt your
often do you get a Xayah and a Rakan?
Deadly Plumage is when an enemy overextends. When the Chain Warden whiffs a hook, Xayah uses her W's speed boost to make him really feel the sting of embarrassment.
Okay.
Dodging seems to be a weak spot of yours.
Xayah's E is Blade Caller. She pulls in all nearby feathers, each dealing damage to any enemies they strike on the way.
That's pretty cool too. I feel like that's kind of a cop-out for another ability for her, but it kind of rounds out her kit.
Struck by at least 3 feathers, they'll be briefly rooted.
Oh, cool.
One of the Rebels' bread and butter combos uses double daggers and a single well-aimed auto attack to set up Blade Caller's root. Here, Xayah waits until the loose cannon steps close and hits with the full Q auto E combo.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Xayah's ultimate is Feather Storm.
More feathers.
Xayah leaps into the air, becoming briefly untargetable. After a short delay, she hurls a storm of blades in a cone, each of which deals damage and leaves a feather upon landing.
All right, cool. And then you can bring him right back with E.
airborne.
That's cool.
The cleanest Featherstorm plays abuse both its defensive and offensive power. Here,
Yeah.
Xayah's taking a risk by playing rough with the Rabble Rouser. She storms her way to safety just as Jin's W comes in, simultaneously setting up a field of feathers to ensure the fat
Okay,
man's
that looked
demise.
really
As far as
cool.
obstacles go, that was about a 3 out of 10.
She went right above Jin's freaking shot. That was so cool.
Both Xayah and her opponents have to keep consistently aware of where her feathers are. When this queen
Yeah,
escape
that makes
tries
sense.
to chill out in the middle of Xayah's feather bed, she ends up trading some of her health for nothing, actually.
I like that you can pull them
trade.
back. That's so good.
Xayah needs a little time to set up her feather trap, so you need to keep a cool head even in hot situations. Here,
Right.
Xayah makes a fatal error when fleeing from Volibear. She uses Blade Caller with only 2 feathers out, missing the snare and ensuring her own demise.
Rip.
Oh, crap.
Gotta do
With
3.
the extra wave surf potential granted by clean cuts, double daggers, and even Blade Caller, Xayah's one of League's best and fastest pushing marksmen. And
Yeah.
when the Rebel activates Deadly Plumage, both she and her lover turn into tower-taking monsters.
She seems like
I
a
call
really
that killing
fun
one
champ
stone
to
with 2
play,
birds.
in my opinion.
I think we're supposed to laugh
Also,
now?
probably
At what?
high skill, maybe.
Xayah is great at peeling for herself as long as you have the mechanics. When J4 dives in,
Yeah,
Xayah
the
gives him a
mechanics.
mouthful of feathers with a perfectly timed feather storm. The immediate Blade Color secures kill number 1. Turning her attention to Kog'Maw, a slight juke to the left ensures Blade Color number 2 hits and roots her Void Foe.
Cool.
A flyby from Rakan sets Xayah up for the kill on Cog, and they both live happily ever.
Ooh.
Well, they tried. Once per fight, Xayah gets to ignore enemy spells and set up an almost guaranteed route. Diving through Glacial Storm and Flash Frost, Featherstorm followed by Blade Caller forces Janna's and Jinx's flashes. Without any cooldowns left to defend themselves, she and Lee team up to prove once and for all who's the big
She
bird on
seems,
this
again, like I said, just seems like a very fun marksman champ, for sure. Cool, now I'm excited to see what Rakan
Thanks
can
for
do
tuning
as
in to
well.
the Xayah Champion Spotlight.
Since he is
Got
support,
anxiety to learn more about the other new champion? Well, then head on over to the Rakan Champion Spotlight.
Yeah, they might not be as like fun or exciting as hers because she's definitely like a damage dealer, but he's support. But let's go ahead and look at these. We'll just go straight into Rakan's champion spotlight.
Welcome to the League of Legends Champion Spotlight, featuring Rakan, the Charmer. Nothing important.
Look at this
should be
guy.
taken seriously.
What are you doing?
Let's go, baby. Xayah.
Okay, he's gonna have like lots of leaps and dances, I assume. All right, let's see it. He put that in between his toes? He did. Is that the shiny thing from the story? All right, abilities.
Rakan's passive is Fey Feathers.
Fey feathers.
His coat occasionally generates a shield, even in combat.
Hold on, I gotta turn it up. He got quieter somehow.
Rakan can reduce Fey Feathers' cooldown by attacking and landing spells on enemy champions.
Okay.
When playing on the same team as his true love
We got
Xayah,
Lover's Leap
Rakan
again.
gets a second passive, Lover's Leap.
It
If
works either
Xayah
way,
or
which
Rakan
makes
is
sense.
recalling, they can sync up to return to base together.
Very cool. I love the animation too.
Rakan's Q is Gleaming Quill, which slings an enchanted feather that damages the first enemy hit.
Okay. That's
if he
it?
connects with an enemy champion or epic monster, he primes the second part of the ability.
Oh.
After a few seconds, or when he touches an allied champion, Rakan heals all nearby allies.
Okay, okay. So damaging and healing in the same
Gleaming
ability.
Quill is Rakan's primary tool for winning quick trades in lane. Get a poke or two in with a Quill and an auto attack, then touch base with your ally to spread the health.
Yeah, that's cool.
Rakan's W is Grand Entrance. He leaps forward, landing stylishly at his destination. After a brief, dramatic pause, he flourishes, knocking up and damaging all nearby opponents.
That's a cool ability. I like that a
When
lot.
it's time to pick a fight, it's best to make a grand entrance. The knockup is wide enough that you
Yeah,
can
that's how you
choose
get a
which
pick for
side of your
sure.
opponent to land on.
With a teammate.
Can't stop me.
Rakan's E is Battle Dance. He leaps to
Battle
an allied
Dance.
champion's side, giving them a shield to block damage. He can then cast Battle Dance a second time, even on the same target, before it goes on cooldown.
Now, what if you don't have any teammates nearby? I guess you just don't use
If
it.
Xayah's the target of either charge, Rakan can leap to her position from a much greater distance.
Oh, that's so cool. I just love the coordination, like with the lore of a champion adding to the core gameplay ability. That's really cool. Oh, look at them dancing together. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Battle Dance is often the best way to get in position for Grand Entrance. Once you've baited out their panicked flash, use the second dance for a clean escape.
Oh, yeah. You can just go back and forth. Cool.
Rakan's ultimate is the Quickness, which lasts
The
a few
Quickness.
seconds.
He just
While
runs
the
real
Quickness
fast?
is active, Rakan gains bonus movement speed and charms and damages all enemies he touches.
Oh, he charms and damages.
He gains an additional burst of speed upon charming his first enemy champion.
So he actually gets a charm ability.
Enemies can only be
Okay.
afflicted once with the Quickness.
I think the only person I recall having that ability is
Rakan's ult is a great tool
Morgana,
for
or no,
getting-
Evelyn. Evelyn having a charm ability. I don't think Morgana does. I somehow mixed them up in my head. I think that's the
Out
only
of
other
sticky
person I know of.
situations. After he's gone in deep with Grand Entrance, the Quickness lets him make a graceful exit while leaving a trail of broken hearts in his wake.
Yeah, you could just use it to get out. He's got a lot of movement abilities, which is good. And it makes sense for his character.
Rakan is incredible at keying off of his teammates to make a Grand Entrance.
Yeah.
Battle
okay.
Dance turns Lee Sin into a launch pad, which makes for an incredibly eloquent setup onto the opposing Jin. How does it feel to
Cool.
be on the receiving end of a beautiful death?
Yeah, he can just like dance around the battlefield.
Rakan's got
Uh-huh.
3 separate mobility spells. He can enter, exit, and re-enter fights whenever he pleases.
Hmm.
He can't stand toe-to-toe with his opponents easily, so Battle Dance keeps Rakan safe while
Yeah,
Lucian
look at
goes
all
in for the
that,
damage, and a
like,
Grand
flying
Entrance helps
around.
grab the kill. Once Rakan's abilities come off cooldown, he clears a wall and makes Jin and Xerath get down with the Quickness. Ooh, ah, 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 ah.
Oh, that's so cool that it charms
Rakan's
them.
abilities let him get to allies fast, but that's not always the right play. He wanted to give Jin a shield, but instead brought home a fresh
Oh.
Grand Ultimate. Then
He got
dashed
hit by
straight
that.
into a painfully long Morgana snare. Played a little more carefully, the Charmer and the Virtuoso might have both made it out alive.
I can't die.
Okay, so Morgana does have.
Rakan is truly excellent at darting in and out of combat.
Yeah,
even
it looks
more
like it.
so
He
with
looks really
Xayah
fun
in
to
game.
play
He
too.
dives in on Cogma
I
with Grand
definitely would
Entrance,
have to be
deals
like,
extra damage with Gleaming Quill, then
it
delivers
definitely
a
be
shield
something
and
you'd have to
heal whichever
practice.
marksman needs it more.
I feel like the
As
movement
the
of
enemies chase his
Rakan.
lover, he makes his second entrance onto the backline, crushing the Void Beast together with Bay. After Kog'Maw is felled by the most fabulous of supports, he follows Braum into the jungle for some supportal combat.
Where you going? Where you going?
Cool.
Let's have a team fight. Rakan starts strong by charming every enemy in sight.
Oh, well, that's just insane.
But things start to fall apart when Xayah goes too deep into the river. Thankfully, Rakan is selfless, and chivalry is not dead, as he dives in front of a bullet for his better half.
What the hell were you thinking?
1 HP though.
Yes.
I wasn't. I never think.
But I guess that's all. It doesn't matter. Kills are kills.
Thanks for tuning in to the
Cool.
Rakan Champion Spotlight. Fly on over to the
I
Xayah
think,
Spotlight
you
to learn
know,
more about this duo.
Obviously, they both have their pros and cons. Actually, I don't know what the con would be for Xayah. There might just be a better marksman champ. I do like both of their abilities. I think they both look really fun. I like the movement on Rakan a lot, especially as like a healer or support, whatever. And then, yeah, Xayah looks really fun in terms of like a marksman. Like she seems like she can deal a lot of damage. I would love doing like the just throwing out feathers and then like pulling them back and doing like cool combos like that. And then it almost looks like you can kind of combo with Rakan too, with the whole battle dancing around. It looks really fun to play both of these champs. All right, everybody, so I found this Star Guardian 2022, but like somebody cut out, so it's only Xayah and Rakan. So we're gonna watch this. It's literally just a minute long. I just want to see kind of like what visuals and stuff we're gonna get with it. Hopefully we don't get copy striked for this or whatever, the song. Of course, it's like anime vibes right now. Oh, this is adorable, isn't it? This is adorable. Who loves this couple? Like, I'm sure there's a ton of people that love these two as a couple. This is like perfect. Oh, she's gonna jump off the roof for it. Oh. Oh my god, Rakan looks insane in the anime though, just saying. So does Xayah actually. They both look really good. Cool. I like that little quick edit of this. I'm sure I watched like this full thing. I'm not exactly sure what it's from. It just says Star Guardian 2022. But yeah, I like that they cut out just Xayah and Rakan and we got to see that little love story. Okay, so this cinematic is one that I believe I've actually seen in the past because I think it has Zed in it, right? But it's been a long time since we've seen it. We saw it probably over like a year ago now at this point. So we're going to go ahead and rewatch it. And that's before I really got into League of Legends. So we didn't really know what was going on. But let's go ahead and give this a watch. So this is just their like champion teaser. And it's called Wild Magic. 3 minutes long. This had to be pretty hype when it came out, I feel like. Orders of Shadows. Okay. Rakan dancing with them. Okay. Of course, he's going in with a smile because he's happy. He's just throwing people. Okay, it's really cool seeing them in cinematic now. Oh, that's awesome. That combo. What? Dude, they're getting down their personalities so well without even speaking, I feel like. Which is great. Oh, Zed looking scary, man. Okay. So what is this temple? Is it like Vestayan magic or something? Or what is... Okay. She's like, that doesn't look good. Ooh. This is a fight to watch. I mean, Zed? Probably win the one-on-one, maybe? Probably? But Rakan's gonna help. When he gets done with all these hooligans. I was gonna say, she's probably not the best, like, close-up fighter, right? She's probably more ranged. So it's a weakness when she's fighting close. Oh. Ooh, was that her, like, ult? Feather of Storms, basically. Okay, Rakan's here. Oh. Oh, no, that's Feather. Oh, that's her pulling them all back. Oh, that's so cool. And destroying it. Rakan, save her. The shield. Yeah, Zed wins that 1v1 against both of them. But together, I don't think you could take them both. Very cool. Very cool that we got to see Xayah's like abilities in the cinematic too. I mean, same with Rakan's, but we got to full like see the full extent of Xayah's. Ah, so yeah, now it's like restoring the magic to the to nature. Very cool. So realistically, yeah, when we read about In the story, I think it was Xayah's story or Xayah's biography. Was it Akunir who maybe said about like the Kinko Order? Kinko Order is like an ally because they kind of have the same beliefs in like restoring what just happened there. They have like the same ideology and everything. So Xayah needs to realize that they're all on the same side there. Cool. That was a really good cinematic, actually. That's definitely one of the better ones for like a champion teaser, especially because when you get to see the like multiple champions fight off against one another, I think that's always like the better cinematics because you get to see like kind of lore wise, even like how powerful they are against, like you get to see your fantasy of seeing two champions fight together, right? In a cinematic. I want more of that. Next up, we have Xayah and Rakan's login screen. It's actually a longer one, 3.5 minutes or so. And I kind of don't really know what to expect with this one. So let's just go ahead and listen to it and see what we get. Well, that's already starting kind of different. Okay. Ooh. We got like a lot of elements already. And do we have some singing? Hold on. Possibly. So far, it's just kind of like... Yeah, there's a lot going on with this one. So far, it's just like humming. Ooh. Okay. What is that? Dude, there's so many like different elements with this one. I can't even like concentrate on one right now. Okay, it's very happy and uplifting, that's for sure. And we don't very often get an actual like vocal part to these songs, so that's a nice change up. Yeah, it is a very uplifting song. It does have like kind of an Ionian feel to it, I feel like, or maybe a Vestayan. Like, and I don't even know what I could tell you makes it Vestayan. It just feels like it is to me. Okay. I like this one a lot. I like all the different, so we got like drums in here, we have like a guitar, we got the vocals, we got some other strange instruments that I can't really pinpoint down. Like maracas even, maybe? I'm just here to enjoy it though. Oh, there's a change up here. I feel like the melody changed. It's getting a little bit more a little darker maybe? Yeah, like the uplifting and happiness is kind of gone and now it's gone for a different change. And then the build up again, and we're gonna get another. The vocals are really, really adding to the song. I think without the vocals, it would still be pretty good. But like, I think with the vocalist, it adds another layer that changes the song actually kind of completely. Oh, I love that like banjo, guitar, whatever it is coming in when we get into the full like melody here. This is a full-on like song. I think they obviously wanted to take their time with this one a little bit more to flesh out the champions, and because it is a login screen for 2 champions as well. I think they definitely put a little bit more effort into this one, which is why I feel like there's so many different elements to it. Oh, it's just rising and rising still. Cool. I think that's yeah, I was gonna say that. I think that's the end. Oh, and the way it ended was like perfect. They all drowned out like one by one there. Oh, that was really good. Holy crap. Okay, so I don't think I have any notes or complaints or anything about this song. I think with the vocalist in it, it adds to the song. Like, I think without the vocalists, you know, doing what they're doing in this song, I think it's still a good song with just the melody and all the drums and everything behind it. But I think with them doing that, I think it makes the song even better for sure. Let me know, though, what you guys think of the Xayah and Rakan login screen. There's a lot of views on this one, almost like 3 million views on this one, so it's pretty big. Okay, we're going to start off with Xayah Skins, but I did a quick scroll through. I noticed that like a lot of the portraits have Xayah and Rakan, so we're going to see kind of glimpses of Rakan skins, but I'm still going to go through all of Rakan skins because he might even have extra ones that Xayah might not, or Xayah might have extra ones that Rakan doesn't, right? I think the original skins are fantastic for these two champions. I think the design and the look of them is very, very good, except Rakan I think kind of needs a t-shirt, or Rakan needs to put on a shirt, I would say. Listen, this isn't battle armor, Rakan, okay? I guess he's trying to be fashionable, though, right? He wouldn't want to wear metal armor like he was talking about in the story. He was like, oh, would I look good in that metal hat? And he probably wouldn't, right? Okay, let's move on. So we have Cosmic Dusk. Ooh. You guys know I like my cosmic ones. Okay, we might have to view this one in 3D because we're not seeing anything other than the portrait here. So let's go ahead and view in 3D. Oh, this is a very cool... Dude, I love her ears, by the way. Yeah, I love the blue and gold aesthetic for this. I think it's a very good one. And you guys know I like my cosmic skins. I don't know if this is necessarily the same as the other cosmic skins, but I think this is a really good one. Okay, next up we have Sweetheart. Oh, dude, these skins are going to be so good, I feel like. I feel like they did a really good job portraying these two, or the couple here. So we got to view 3D again. We don't have any preview. Oh, man, I like this one too, and especially with the heart. Oh, especially if like you're a huge fan of like these two as a couple, lore-wise and everything. Yeah, like this heart skin is really, really good. So Sweetheart, very good. I don't know if it's my top 3 yet. Next up, we have SSG, honoring Ruler's winning performance as Xayah during the 2017 World Championship. Let's view in 3D. I feel like at this point, it's going to come down to, dude, I love every Xayah skin so far. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Every Xayah skin's been really, really good so far. I like this one. The ears are a little bit bigger, or like you get to see them fully in this. I don't know. I like the blue color as well. It's really, really good. Okay, Star Guardian. This time I might actually put a Star Guardian skin in my top 3. We haven't done that in a while. She gets a little pet with it too. Oh, the hair on this one is fantastic. Holy crap. I mean, the pinkish hue here, the purplish hair as well, violet or whatever you want to call it, is very, very good. But these Star Guardian skins are fantastic. And is that like an owl? You would think they would maybe do like a raven because her nickname's Violet Raven, but I think that might be an owl. I think the Star Guardian one is for sure going to be in our top 3. Let's keep going. Elderwood. I think we've had an Elderwood skin before. Let's look at through these. Dude, all of Xayah's skins are pretty good. I don't know. I like what they did with the ears here. They did a little bit of a different design on them. But I don't know if these are my favorite. The Elderwood skins, again, I think all these skins we've looked at so far are really good. Elderwood, not so much my favorite. Brave Phoenix. Ooh, this is giving off more like Ionian a little bit. Or like lunar almost. Oh, dude, I like the design on the ears here. I really like how her hair is in this one as well. I don't know if it's usually down long like that. Or like I think it is, but it's like different in a way. Oh, this one with the black and pink looks really good. What? Okay, let's go through all of them first because this is going to be a hard one for me to choose my favorite 3. Let me know what your favorite skin is though, guys, for sure. Okay, we have Prestige Brave Phoenix. Let's just take a quick peek at this one. It's basically white and red with some gold flare and a little bit of blue in it. It looks really good too. I usually like to lump the Prestige ones together with the other kind, but let's keep going. Arcana. I don't know how I'm going to feel about this one. Okay, you don't get to see her face as much. Maybe it's just this angle. You can probably still see her eyes, but maybe one eye is hidden. I like it. It is giving off like wizard, magic, sorcerer kind of skin for like with the design and everything on the ears especially. It gives off that like arcana wizard kind of feel to it. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, this is a good one. I don't know if it's my fave. Let's keep going. Broken Covenant. Ooh. Okay. What do we got going on here? I like what they did with the cape. They like made it so it's off to the side just to give it a little bit more flair. Obviously, that's not how it's going to be in the game, but oh, the pink, like just the full pink looks really good. Red and black, always my favorite combo for some reason when it comes to these league skins. Again, this one looks really good. I like the hood up with the ears being super pointy like that. It's almost giving like Sylvanas a little bit from World of Warcraft. I like it, man. These are so hard to choose from, guys. I want to say I like every single Xayah skin. The last one here is Redeemed Star Guardian. Oh, okay. So that kind of has to do with... Did that have to do with our... No, that didn't have to do with the cinematic we watched earlier. I was making sure. Okay, this one we're going to have to view in 3D. This one obviously has some voice lines with it as well. Oh, come on. And it is an owl, right? That looks like a penguin owl or something. I don't know. I love how she's just waving her quills around like that. It's a little... Okay, I like it. I mean, if I had the skin, I wouldn't be complaining. But it's a little bit too neonish, maybe, for me. I don't know. I don't think it's bad at all. I'm just trying to say that I don't think it's in my favorite 3. So let's go back and look at my favorite 3 here. All right, so favorite 3, guys, is going to be... This is going to be kind of rough. Actually, you know what? The Cosmic is a little bit different than the rest, so I'm going to keep it in there. Star Guardian, especially with the variations you got here, I think just regular Star Guardian is very, very good. My next one, though, is going to be... SSG is very good. I think it's got to be the, the Brave Phoenix one. You get so many different color variations. I think these are all very, very good. I like the way her hair is in this. Her ears are really cool. This pink and black one there is very good. So Phoenix, Cosmic, and Star Guardian are my 3 favorite skins. Cool. All right, we got a little bit of a trivia section for once in the skin section here. So Xayah is one of 20 champions without a single ability power ratio on any ability. Xayah and Rakan's dual release is the first one since V1 point blah blah blah. They were also the first champions released in 2017. Okay, so they're about we're in 2024 now, so they're coming up on 7 years old now. So, all right. Xayah's and Rakan's loading screens always align themselves to the rightmost side before a game starts and when picked on the same team to mirror their shared splash art. Okay. There's a lot of like interactions for sure that they made between Xayah and Rakan. And it's a cool thing to do for your like couple champions, right? Xayah and Rakan's dual recall animation is divided into 3 sections, an intro, a middle section, and then an outro. The whole sequence would take 8 seconds if Xayah and Rakan recalled at the exact same time, while the intro and the outro are both under 2 seconds. The system will always play the intro, then it will always play the outro when there is 2 seconds left in the animation, regardless of how long the middle section has played for. This means that the characters will blend from whatever position they are in to the first pose of the outro part of the sequence. Okay, this is just like a fine detail on the recall like animation. That's really all that's going on there. Xayah does not lay eggs. Okay, I'm looking at the references. It was from a Vistayan Q&A. So somebody directly asked if she laid eggs. That's really funny. Xayah is the 6th dark theme Ionian champion. Oh, so dark theme. The others being Shen, Varus, Syndra, Zed, Jhin, and Kayn. So we've reacted to all of these except for Shen and Syndra. Syndra's been recommended a couple of times. Shen necessarily hasn't, but Shen would be like a good champion to round out a little bit of Ionia at some point. Bladecaller's Victim is an acolyte of the Shadow of Order. What is the Bladecaller's Victim? Bladecaller's Victim is an acolyte of the Shadow Order. I'm not sure what that is. She has a base size of 35, which is considered small. And then Xayah and Rakan are likely to always receive skins together. IG Rakan, however, is one exception. Oh, okay, so that's giving me confirmation on their skins, but I might have a different favorite 3 skins for Rakan when we go to look at those. So let's do that now. All right, let's go ahead and get into Rakan skins now. Of course, we're gonna get kind of like the same themes going throughout this, but maybe I'll have different skins that I like through his. Okay, so original again, I think it's good. He's very fashionable without his shirt. Next up, we have the Cosmic one. Let's go ahead and view this one in 3D. Oh, see, like I don't like this Cosmic one. Not for me. There's something weird about his face. The ears look weird. Yeah, don't like this one. See, we're already going on a different path. All right, next up, we have the Sweetheart version. Let's see Rakan's Sweetheart version. I might like his a little bit better. No, it's a little much. It's a little like gestury, I feel like. Yes, so far, okay. So far, I don't think Rakan skins are bad, but so far, Xayah's have been better. But maybe we'll get better as we go on. Next up, we have the SSG one. Let's take a look at Rakan's in this. SSG Rakan. Again, I did like SSG for Xayah. This one, I think, so far is one of the better ones. I do like the black ears with the black hair. But so far, I think we're going to get better. Okay, so this is the one that's different. IG, honoring Balin's winning performance as Rakan during the 2018 World Championship. I probably butchered his name, but let's go ahead and look. Okay. Okay. I do like this one. I like the white. I like it with the blonde hair and the black ears. Okay, so far I'm really liking this one, but let's keep going. All right, Star Guardian. Yeah, Star Guardian is probably, unless they butchered it. Please don't butcher it. Okay, oh yeah, I don't even need to view this in 3D. Oh yeah, see, this is where we saw the cinematic. He looks really good in the anime cinematic we saw earlier. Let's go ahead and look at him in the other colors. Okay, yeah, Star Guardian's definitely staying in. He also has like the owl as well. The colors might not, oh, I like that one. The colors might not be as good, but the original with this like tealish green looks really, really good. All right, Elderwood. Let's take a look at this one. Oh my God, he looks like a plant, or he looks like he's got antenna. I don't even know what he looks like. It's kind of cool. Oh, he's like turning into a flower. I see it now with his, not with his, with his collar. That's actually kind of cool, but it looks kind of goofy. Like, it looks cool. I think it looks good. I just don't know if I want a flower as a skin. Okay, continuing on. Did I skip one? No. All right, Arcana. Now, we saw Arcana already for Xayah. I'm not liking the head for Rakan here. Like, the hair. They gave him, like, a bulbous head. I don't know. Okay, Rakan skins aren't bad. Again, I think they're good, but this is not, yeah. I'm not feeling the Arcana skin yet either. Okay, maybe Broken Covenant this time. All right, yeah, they're displaying the wing a lot more again on this one. Okay, Broken Covenant is fine. I really like what they're doing with his wing here. Whoa. I like the gradient or the colors on this. This one reminds me of KDA colors a little bit. Yeah. Okay, Broken Covenant. Not solely, but quite a bit because of how the wing is displayed in the game. Let's keep going. We have the Redeemed Star Guardian. Let's look at this one. Maybe we'll like this one better. Ooh, see, Redeemed Star Guardian is actually solid. The hair is cool. I don't want to do like Redeemed Star Guardian and regular Star Guardian in my top 3, so let's keep going. We have, oh, we do have 2 more different ones. We have a Dragonmancer and a Prestige Dragonmancer. Maybe we'll like Dragonmancer. Oh, yeah, dude. Look at his hair on this with the collar. The colors are good. Okay, Dragonmancer must be a newer one since we got an update on the Fandom Wiki. Yeah, this came out. It says it came out literally last month. So January. Yeah, Dragonmancer looks really good. And then we have Prestige Dragonmancer. Okay, hold on. The colors on this look kind of insane. Do I like Prestige Dragonmancer? Never mind. The portrait looked better. Okay, guys, let's do our top 3. So our top 3 is definitely Dragonmancer. I like Broken Covenant, and then I like Star Guardian. The skins for Rakan definitely were not as good as Xayah's, but I feel like Riot tends to do that sometimes with the female champions. Maybe I'm just saying that and it's a little biased or whatever, but I feel like they tend to do that a little bit more because they think people will buy them more. Not sure, but maybe they just didn't look as good for Rakan just in this moment because they looked a little weird with like his head and things like that. All right, let's take a look at his trivia down here. Rakan and Xayah's dual release. Okay, we already read that. Rakan's and Xayah's loading screen. We also read that. We have the little thing about the giant bird here. Rakan has the 2nd highest basic attack range amongst melee champions, 300 units, behind Lilia, 325 units. I know Lilia is like the deer Vistayan, I guess. He used to have the lowest basic attack range amongst ranged champions prior to a patch, apparently. Rakan's favorite human food is chocolate. Even though chocolate's theobromine may poison Rakan due to his half-bird physiology, his human half may help metabolize the compound and alleviate its effects. I wonder if this is made up. Like somebody's like, oh, if he's actually half-bird physiology, you know, birds can't eat chocolate. So maybe they made that up. I don't know. But yeah, he was looking for chocolate in the story we read. Rakan's dance references Jailhouse Rock by Elvis Presley. Oh, that's actually really cool. I like that. A side-by-side comparison can be seen here. He shares this dance with Pantheon until the latter eventually got a full relaunch, okay? When Rakan basic attacks from a far distance, he hits his target with his cape. If he is closer, he will punch them instead. At release, Rakan had a hidden passive. He also dealt 1 more physical damage with his punches. Oh. At release, he had this hidden passive. I feel like you should just keep that. 1 damage. I think that should stay if he gets to punch. His name resembles the melee noun Rakan, which is friend or relative. And he is the only champion with 3 points at 3 skills by the client classification. All right, I don't know what that is because I don't play the game. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and move on to the fandom wikis next. All right, glancing at the fandom wiki, of course, we're skipping a lot of like the early life background stuff for Xayah because we kind of already know all that. Let's start off with appearance. Xayah is a slender Vistaya Lothlan with white skin, yellow eyes, pointed ears like birds, and long red hair. She wears simple drifter clothes with a distinct palette of dark red, purple, burgundy, and some brown accents. I actually like that like combo of colors. The most distinctive ornament in her attire is her feathered cape, which is dark with shades between burgundy, red, and purple. She also has several blades made of feathers floating around her. Personality is TBA. I mean, we kind of get the gist of her personality. Somebody come in here, though, and round out the fandom wiki for Xayah, please. All right. Abilities, Vistayan physiology. So Xayah is a Vistaya, an ancient race of demi-humans changed by magic of the spirit realm. The connection to the spirit realm increased their longevity so they can live for centuries and granted them powerful magic. The Vistaya are divided into several different tribes, each one defined by a specific animal. Xayah is a Lothlan, a type of bird-like Vistaya. Enhanced agility, Lothlan are much more agile than a normal human. And magical plumage. Xayah has a wing on her left shoulder that produces magical feathers that can be used as throwing weapons. The feathers are sharp enough to pierce through armor and can be called back to Xayah, damaging anything that's in the way. Okay, wait a minute. I think somewhere I read, maybe Google spoiled it for me. Yeah, so does Xayah have 2 wings, or does she just have the one wing and it comes on the left side, and Rakan has one wing as well and it only comes on the right side? Obviously, it makes sense like because of them being a couple, but why do they have the one wing? You know, like, I don't know. I'm curious. Okay, so relations, yeah, not many with other people, but hopefully we'll get some voice lines and special interactions with other champions when we get there. So we have Rakan. I don't think I even need to read that paragraph because it all makes sense. But it says they are still not married since she wants to hear him proposing to her every day. Okay, other than that, let's see. Xayah and Rakan fought Zed in his Order of the Shadow to prevent them from harvesting a magical grove. Okay, that's what was going on. All right, yeah, that's it for the relations. Oh, we have a crap ton of trivia, though. Let's go ahead and read these. Her tribe's name, Lothlan, was named after Lodal, a Vistaya Shire hero during the war against a race of titans from the sky. That's very cool lore. Xayah was originally intended to be 23 in equivalence to human age, but due to being a young Vistaya, she's possibly a few hundred years old. Okay, so we don't have an exact, like, how old she is. Probably we don't have one on Rakan either. This can be explained that as one enters a Vistayan forest, time as we know it becomes to be less reliable. This is the border to the spirit world, so time can go strangely. Days can become years, or months can become seconds in the world outside of the forest. Okay, I don't think I knew that about, like, the Vistayan forest. You guys let me know if this is actually legit. It looks like it has a reference to. Xayah's cloak is actually her wings disguised by Vistayan magic to blend in with humans. I should have known that. Xayah and Rakan are sometimes depicted together with combined wings. The one-winged Jian bird in Chinese mythology has a similar codependency, which represents the bond of two lovers. Oh, that's cool. That's probably where it comes from, maybe. Xayah does not lay eggs. We heard that already. Xayah is somewhat prejudiced to Yordle due to people confusing Yordles for Vistaya and lumping them together as magical creatures. The Yordle's association with humans and the magic of human ideals. Okay, I mean, truly, she probably doesn't hate Yordles. I feel like Xayah just hates anybody but specifically Lothlan tribe Vistayas. Or just maybe she likes Vistayans in general, but I feel like she hates everybody else, including Yordles, I guess. Vlanko, the town where Xayah and Rakan first met, is a town with a monastery and a Quinlan. Xayah views their relationship as starting after a tavern brawl. They had the sexy time there. It's very scenic. It's just a nice memory. What? What am I reading? They had the sexy time there. The Vistayan culture's relationship and marriage rituals are somewhat different than ours, in part because magic is literally a part of them and their landscape. Their culture is big on declarations. Symbolically, when you declare something, it becomes true. But with the magic the Vistayans use, those sort of declarations also form a weak charm. Reinvoking it maintains its status and makes others aware. From an American perspective, Xayah and Rakan are not married or even engaged and would self-describe as a couple. But for a Vistaya, declaring someone your boyfriend/girlfriend is much a bigger deal than for Americans. It means you are allowing your magics to entwine. I don't like that they're just like, for Americans in here. But basically, them being a couple in general is a bigger deal than we think of it. Because there's magic involved. And, you know, entwining your magic with another person is more significant than, you know, just humans in the real world or even humans in Runeterra. Quinlan's are the magical filters and dams scattered around Ione that attempt to contain the amount of magic released into the region or limit it to positive and helpful magic, which in turn affect the Vestayan livelihood due to their dependence on magic. In wild magic, Xayah and Rakan destroyed one of the Quinlan's that Zed and his Shadow Order used to create their Ichor, which is used to channel shadow magic. Okay, very cool. Yeah, we learned a lot actually, I think, in this trivia here. I don't know if we're going to learn some of the, like the Yordle thing probably comes from Voicelines or something. I like this little thing about the Jian bird in Chinese mythology. Yeah, and a lot of stuff about just like the magic of Ione and the magic of Vestayans, right? We kind of learned quite a bit here. All right, once again for Rakan, we're going to be moving on and just going down to the appearance section. Rakan has white hair, which is accentuated by a bold red stripe running through it. His small red cape conceals the base of vibrant yellow plumage, which cascades down like a regal cape. Adorning the cape is a single bird skull, which keeps the cape in place. Oh, I didn't notice that. Shirtless, he showcases 2 bracers on his arms, concealing additional yellow plumage underneath. Rakan wears azure pants, which secured by a red rope belt adorned with bird skulls. True to his Lothlan lineage, Rakan bears avian features such as bird legs and pointed feathered ears. Personality. As the title suggests, he's as charming as they come, being an emotionally aware guy and incredibly graceful. Because this, he can be a flamboyant and showy performer as he is energetic and confident, but he's also brave and loyal and compassionate, and unlike his lover, Xayah, he tends to act on instinct rather than planning. Right. Okay, abilities. He's got the same thing as Xayah, which is Vestayan physiology, enhanced agility, and magical plumage. I'm not going to read those again. It looks like they're basically the same. So yeah, they basically have the same sort of abilities. Relations, we have Xayah and Zed. And again, same thing here. Let's see if there's anything new in the Xayah paragraph. After meeting, getting a relationship with Xayah, both travel Ionia. They are not married since, yeah, okay. And then Zed, it says Rakan and Xayah fought Zed in his order of the shadow and wild magic to prevent them from harvesting a magical grove for the Kashuri Armories, the creators of Jin's Whisper. There's a little bit more detail with that. Interesting. Okay. I didn't look at these other little stories here, but it looks like there's a short story called A Piece of Shadow Cake, which is Rakan, Xayah, and Zed. Maybe this is just the story of the cinematic. And then, yeah, that's it. Okay, cool. All right, and then he also has an equally kind of long trivia for him. Let's see. Rakan is confirmed to have ADHD based on his in-game voice lines and short story. Okay, I didn't want to call the guy out. I didn't want to just go out there saying that this man had ADHD, as I said earlier in this reaction. But here we go. This is kind of confirmation that he basically has it. This was confirmed by Odin Schaefer. I'm not going to... Puboe, I guess. Who explained that they indirectly gave Rakan ADHD through piercing parts of their personality together, as well as events from their friends and family to create him. I think that's cool because it also gives, you know, people who have ADHD kind of representation for a champion and League of Legends. His tribe's name, Lothlan, was named after Lodal. Okay, we already read this. Titans from the Sky. He was originally intended to be 28 in equivalence to human age. Okay, so he was supposed to be 28 and Xayah was supposed to be 23. Rakan's emotional intelligence and self-awareness is through the roof. Absolutely, I would say. He is evidently also very present at any given time. He lives in the moment. Rakan was aware of his emotional interest in Xayah as it happened. It's not a singular moment for Rakan, it was a journey. And then here's another paragraph, like the big paragraph about, you know, magic entwining and them being a couple is a little bit more significant than marriage, blah, blah, blah. We have the same thing about Blanco, the town where Xayah and Rakan first met. And okay, yeah, that's about it. So it's basically a lot of the same stuff, but I like the difference in terms of like showing that he is emotional intelligent. And then he does have ADHD confirmed by a dev. I'm assuming this is Odin Schaefer. And yeah, very cool stuff here. I would love to read this little short story, but again, it looks like it has Zed, Xayah, and Rakan. So it's probably just most of the same stuff. It says Xayah jumped upward into the tree's foliage, dodging the gunfire that exploded from the temple's walls. Yeah, I'm going to guess it's probably the same. All right, guys, let's keep going. We finally have the voice lines, everybody. So for the special interactions, we're going to do Xayah first, then we're going to do Rakan. And then I did see that there's like a short little Xayah and Rakan, like kind of special interactions. They aren't in Legends of Runeterra as far as I can tell, so it's just going to be all League special interactions. All right, Xayah's are 15 minutes. Let's go ahead and give these a listen. This is, of course, from Skin Spotlights.
I don't want to hurt you, Space Dragon. We could be such good friends.
Interesting. Why does she say that to Aurelian Sol? And this is my first time hearing her speak, actually. Wait, what is this? Editor, no. At time of creation, all lines with the word shit were removed. They are included in this video and may be read to the game in the future. Re-added to the game in the future. I'm like, right? What? Okay. So she says shit. I can say shit. Wait, why are we getting gameplay? I just realized. I'm like, what? I'm here for the special interactions. What's happening?
Hooray!
Or was it?
They all died.
Okay. So far I'm already enjoying the 2 lines that we have, but like Xayah's giving off kind of.
Than a massacre, really.
She's kind of giving off the attitude that I have some days.
I wish they could have seen the looks on their faces.
Okay. These are all pentakills. Got it.
Maybe I overdid it.
I like the subtleness
I
of the
wasn't
voice
joking
actress.
when I said nothing stands in my way.
Okay. Like she's
A
not.
victory for the Vistaya.
She's not like doing a lot with emotion, and I kind of
You
feel
wanna
like
be
that's her
moral?
character.
You are Matako.
Matako, there it is.
You betray your heritage, Ari.
Because you know she's very serious, right?
Get out there and take a bullet for me. Like a gentleman.
Wait. Any ally support who isn't Rakan, and also that Ari one, yeah, I get it. Any ally support who isn't Rakan, okay.
You're not bad for someone who isn't Rakan.
Okay. Saying not
If we
bad.
do this right, only one of us gets shot.
That's funny.
Block the hits for me, please.
Please? Yeah, you got a big shield, Braum.
Make me look good and I'll make you look good. Got it?
Okay. I like that.
How am I supposed to work with whatever this is? Don't embarrass me.
Don't embarrass me.
Oh, poor sad little mummy. I just want to take you home.
I feel like that's also the same thought I have about Amumu. I don't know anything about Amumu, but like he's just a sad mummy. Like what happened? I need to know. Oh, Bard.
I can't wait to burst your bubble.
Interesting. Okay.
Who does your wardrobe? Fire them immediately.
Yeah, like okay, Caitlyn in Arcane looks way better than this. Of course, we've looked at Caitlyn's other skins, but yeah, this is kind of bad.
Wait, magic-powered sword legs? Is this a joke?
No, Camille's a badass.
Is this another timeline where I beat you up again?
Dude, okay, hold on. I love the amount of different people she's interacting with. This is great.
When I'm done with Ionia, I'll come for Demacia.
Ooh, wait. Well, Demacia hasn't done anything to Ionia, have they?
Where can I get one of those?
Well, I guess, okay, she's talking in sense of, like, with the humans taking over all the first lands and stuff.
Delightful Catonic God Clutch purses? Does it come in purple? The god, not the bag.
Dude, I love how, like, okay, so she's kind of joking here, but it's also kind of serious.
I want your happiness to evaporate.
I want your happiness to evaporate. Why is Ivern just happy?
I want to travel the world with you.
Interesting.
Mages. Too insufferable to live.
Hmm.
Mages are lucky if they can cast a minor hex.
I recognize this voice actress, I feel like.
But is it really okay?
Wait. Okay, so you guys are going to have to definitely explain a lot of these little interactions here because some of them, like, I think I'm understanding them, but, like, this Rammus one, of course, I don't really know.
Is it really okay? I don't want to
Rengar.
spill Vistine blood, Rengar.
Okay, she doesn't want to kill another
Your
Vistine.
talking is not improving this wonderful silence.
Dude, I feel like I just resonate with Xayah in some ways. I'm sorry. This is great.
You're gross. Never change.
You're gross, never change. I love that.
You call that a rebellious nature?
Oh, she's saying, Vi, you're not doing enough. I mean, her nickname is the Rebel. I mean, come on.
You call that being a vampire?
All right, you use that insult
we were not
already.
made to fight each other.
Wukong, another Vistayan. So she doesn't want to fight other Vistayans, right?
Yordles. Why did it have to be Yordles?
Okay, we already know from the fandom that she's not very fond of Yordles.
Yordles are the reason no one takes us Vistaya seriously.
Right, okay. We saw that in the fandom.
Okay, who invited the Yordle?
But come on, don't you see what she's not thinking about though is this is kind of like why I feel like people don't, maybe it's not because of Yordles, but I think like, you know, the way you act as well might be why people don't like Vistayans, not just Yordles.
Too bad those tales weren't lives.
Ooh, killing Ari specifically.
Wasn't she just a ray of sunshine?
That's
I
funny.
hate sunshine.
Okay, well, I actually love Sunshine.
And that's where plucky optimism gets you.
We asked you to join.
Oh. We asked you to join.
This is by your design.
This is killing a Vistian.
The Vistaya will sing songs of you.
Yeah, but
I
see,
promise.
this is the thing, right? Like, she wants all Vistians to be united against just humans in general, but she doesn't realize that some of these Vistians have met actually good humans.
Mutako.
What does it say? Translation, what?
Mutako.
Race traitor. Okay.
Shame. You could have been so useful alive.
I don't like Nami's death.
Every drop of Vistine blood spilled is a waste.
The little, like, flop of her fin.
Taita Betervash.
Heaven stars welcome you. Okay.
It needed to be done. Shit. Chipped a nail.
Dude, I love that. So wait a minute. Did they take them out and they've like, or they might re-add them later, or are they, yeah, are they just completely gone? I like that she says
They were
that.
in my way. As far as obstacles go, that was about a 3 out of 10.
Dude, I just love like her sarcastic humor, you know?
Anyone else want to try?
Just her dry humor.
Thanks for the dance. You can keep up with me.
Okay.
All right. Who's next?
Who is the fastest champion technically? That's kind of hard to determine, I guess.
F for effort. Got what they deserved.
Okay.
I'm overcome with emotion.
Yeah, see, that right there is funny to me. Like, that's funny. It's dry humor. It's because she's just very, like, I don't know. She doesn't need to show any emotion.
That
I
was
think
for
it's
the
great.
Vistaya.
It's just who she is.
Well, they tried to stop me.
Okay.
Well, that's done.
That's done.
Dodging seems to be a weak spot of yours.
I like her insults, too.
I warned you. Oh, wait. Did I?
Like,
Crap. My
see,
fault.
it's, like, sarcastic and dry, and I think that's
Yep.
great.
Easy peasy.
Better dead than dumb.
I'm insulted? I don't know.
I don't know if I'm insulted. She's like, I
Ouch,
guess.
I'm gonna need some aloe.
Okay.
Better dead than
Aloe and Runeterra?
I wasn't listening to what you said, but I sure am outraged.
Dude, I wish I could just be so, like, nonchalant about everything like she
better
is.
dead than dumb.
Watch your tongue
Oh.
and your back.
She got a little bit more serious in this one.
Better dead than dumb.
Say that to my feathers.
Okay, her feathers are actually
If
ruffled.
you run, you won't see me stab you.
I'm not laughing. I needed to say that, just so you understand.
If you run, you won't see me stab
She reminds me of another
Next time,
character
try
from
using
something.
more hard K sounds.
Wait, next time try using more hard K sounds. I'm confused by that one.
If you run, you won't see me stab you.
Ha ha ha.
If you run, you won't see me stab you.
I don't know what that is.
If you run, you won't see
Okay,
me
she
stab
might
you.
she might be the
Behold,
most
I am
sarcastic
depleted
champion.
of cares.
She is like just
If
I don't
you
know,
run, you won't see
super
me
rebellious,
stab
right? I guess that's her
Just
her champion.
No.
Just no. I love it.
And they won't be needing that anymore. Die, little
I don't know if
inanimate
we've
spy.
gotten some voice lines for killing wards. Inanimate
Found
spy.
one. Killed it.
Wait, editor, no, it went too fast. What does this say?
It.
And the LCS crowd goes wild.
Good thing I didn't do anything embarrassing.
That's literally my thought throughout the whole day.
There's more than one way to blind an enemy.
Okay.
Well, that's just an invasion of privacy.
Dude, it's her humor is so good. Like I know this kind of humor isn't for everybody. 100%. I get it. But I don't know. I must love this kind of
Like
humor.
little shits.
More annoying little shits.
Good henchmen are hard to find. Next.
She feels
Fighting is
like
never
she's
easy, but that was really easy.
she feels like she's a character from some like adult animated show or something.
That was too easy.
That's what it's
But
giving
so
off.
much fun. Don't feel bad. They're just magically animated sheets of cloth.
True.
They mindlessly marched right to their deaths.
Also
like
true.
everyone in Noxus.
Oh, dude, I love that
They
insult
dropped
against
something.
Noxus.
Their guard. I must know their every move.
Okay, now we're placing the wards.
Sometimes I have to watch my own back.
Right. For Khan's not around.
Eyeball in the grass.
Uh-huh.
I need a strategic viewpoint. Let's have a look-see, shall we?
Hmm.
This is ambush territory.
Okay, all of these make sense.
I never walk into a trap unprepared.
Trap
I
or
hate
ambush.
surprises. Unless I'm doing the surprising.
That, you know what? That literally fits her character. She would not love a surprise. This is the kind of character absolutely would hate surprises. I'm kind of
See the
neutral
enemy,
about
know
surprises
their mark.
personally.
Rebellions thrive on intelligence.
Hmm, that's true. Wow.
This
Didn't
is
even think about
overpriced,
that.
but I must have it.
That's
I wanna buy
me in
all
this
the
economy.
things.
Also me in this
I
economy.
am totally pulling this off. What the heck? I deserve it. I know I'm being price gouged, but I'll splurge.
Oh man, this is just giving me like trauma about when I purchase things
Where did you get all these wonderful things?
that I don't need.
Is this ethically sourced?
Oh,
Hook me
that's a
up
good
with
question.
That magical creature discount? Do I really need this?
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, I ask myself this question literally every buy. When you get to be like an adult, guys, and you're out there purchasing things that you don't need, you have to ask yourself this question every time.
But how much does it cost for me?
Okay.
Magic
Destroying a
is
turret?
again unfettered. Untie that mystical knot.
Okay.
Another minor annoyance reduced to rubble.
I feel like she finds all things to be an annoyance. Like, she definitely finds a lot of things in the world to just be an annoyance, for sure.
Crumble! Yes.
Okay.
I could dance right now. But there's more work to be done.
Like, she gets excited, but she doesn't get, like,
Can you
overly
feel
excited.
the
Like,
magic flowing?
I don't know.
I
Like,
can.
somebody else might. Like, a different champion.
Sabotage looks so good on me.
That's a good one.
I've been known to implode a sacred obelisk or two.
Dude, I don't know what it is. This humor that
I
she
will
has.
unblock the rivers of Vestayan essence.
It just speaks to me.
Each totem that falls strengthens the Vestayan cause.
Okay.
We rise.
We fall? I don't know.
Another Vestayan victory.
We're getting a lot for destroying turrets.
They should really get a refund from those masons.
True.
Poor construction. No standards. Shoddy construction through and through.
Now we're talking about construction and the masons.
Get him!
Babe, get them.
You got it!
So pinging enemies, we're getting the voice lines
Deal
for.
with
Very
them.
cool. I don't think we've ever had these.
You want it?
That's cool. She's like
Take 'em
communicating.
down!
She's like saying, here, you
That
can
one.
take this one.
Rakan, slap this fool for me! Get my back!
Ping, assist me.
I need help!
Okay, these are cool.
Things are getting ugly.
I'm excited to see the two
No,
interactions
no.
between them.
I can't do this alone.
Oh, and I'm also realizing Rakan's voice lines
Wait,
are going to be
watch out.
probably super ADHD.
Watch out!
Now that I think about it. Hers is going to be dry
Stay
and
sharp.
sarcastic. His are going to be super
Eyes
ADHD
up.
and funny, probably, in a different way.
Bad thing!
Bad thing.
Hang back.
That's how my callouts are.
Hang back! Danger!
Okay.
Look alive!
Okay, these are pretty basic.
Look alive!
Oh, that's cool that she did two different ones,
Stay
though, for
alert.
that.
They're gone.
Enemy missing pings.
They vanished.
I feel like that
Lost
one's used a
visual.
lot, I bet. The ping, enemy missing.
Enemy
I have
missing.
no idea, though. I mean, like I said, I don't play the game, but
Enemy missing.
I would use that ping all the time. I'm like, I
I don't
don't
see
know
'em.
where they went.
Can't find them.
Or I would use the danger ping probably.
Bring in the pain. On my way.
Mm-hmm. I like that we get these. I feel like other champions definitely have these, but maybe Skin Spotlights doesn't like to record all of these because there's so many.
Here I come.
But they probably went a little bit all out with Xayah and Rakan because,
Here I come.
like I said, Riot made sure these two were probably fully fleshed out when they released them.
En route.
Especially because they released them both at the same time, right?
Headed to ya. Keep it together. I'm on the move.
Okay, these are all, you know, just different
I'm
ways
on
of
the
saying the
move.
same thing. And then she does two different, like, pronunciations of
Death
them.
was a nice vacation from the tedium, but nothing good can last, I suppose. Death was nice and peaceful. Thanks for ruining it.
Oh my god. I feel like this is just, I don't know. It's like dark humor too. I didn't think to include that, but yeah. Dry, sarcastic, and dark humor.
I always wanted to be buried and resurrected in
Maybe
this
it's the
outfit.
dark humor that I get.
Oh, I wasn't finished with these fools yet.
Okay. Different kind of respawn
Oh,
line
I
there.
wasn't finished with these fools yet.
That's another one, just doing the same thing twice, differently
if
though.
love is feeling so deeply for another that you want to chew your way under their skin, then I love Rakan.
Wow. Okay. That's one way of describing love, I guess.
Xayah named the world. We named the trees, the wind, the mountains. We know their power.
Interesting.
The world owes the Vastaya a great debt. I'm
Probably
here to
does.
collect.
Okay.
I'm just an ordinary girl. An ordinary girl with an infinite supply of death quills.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if that's true.
They'll probably label me a war criminal one day, but not today.
Not today. Always love the
We
sentences that
pledged
end that way.
ourselves to each other in the middle of a tavern brawl.
Okay.
The whole place reeked of vomit, sweat, and blood.
Ugh.
It was so romantic.
What? Okay.
Ah, silence. So golden. Like Rakan. Kind of miss him, even if he is noisy.
True. That's actually very interesting that she loves Rakan in the sense that I think Rakan, like I said, like when we went through their whole story and everything like that, they're basically the opposites of one another. Like she's very serious. He's very kind of just funny and not serious all the time. He's more emotional. She's very much so not emotional. She likes silent. He's very noisy.
Let's cut him to ribbons.
That one's different. Okay, that was the last one. Cool. So we can just do a quick overall talking point about Xayah's special interactions. I think, I don't know, there's something about Xayah's character, specifically with these voice lines, that really resonate with me. I think it's just this type of humor that she has, the type of emotion or no emotion that she shows. I don't know what it is. It's like this dry, sarcastic, dark humor that she has that I just very much so embrace in my real life, I think. So that's why I kind of like just resonate with her a little bit. It's just like a lot of the things she says here, I think they're really funny, and some people might not even find them funny whatsoever because you might not like this kind of humor, right? Other than that, if you guys want to help me out in the comments, I'd appreciate it. There's some here like with Ari, with there's the Caitlyn one we understood. Some of them in here, you know, with the special interactions, why she has this thing against mages. Why doesn't she really like mages, it seems like? I guess she doesn't really like anybody. Yeah, let me know in the comments. There's the Rammus one as well that we got a special interaction with. So if you guys want to let me know like the details on that, please do. All right, let's dive right into these Rakan special interactions. These are also about 13 minutes, so.
Hello world, I am single now.
Oh my god, Rakan. Okay, that's great. I love it. That's a way to start off a voice line video.
So, just tiger stuff? Buddy, you gotta mix it up.
Yeah, they're gonna have these personalities are totally different. I knew Rakan was gonna be like this.
I know you're Vastaya, but your tribe lacks style.
Probably true. He's definitely all about style.
So, you just run around in the jungle, huh? I mean, I'm not judging, if that's what you're into. Nerd.
Nerd? Whoa.
What was with that
Oh,
girl's
wowie.
dumb purse?
They both call it a purse.
Girl thought she could pull out my soul, but I got too much soul.
Gosh dang it, man.
Big girl had too much going on.
Okay.
Your kind started this war. We will end it.
Whoa. Whoa, that's Ionian champions. Okay.
You put us in a cage, I put you in the ground.
Whoa, his voice line's getting real serious there.
We don't want your harmony. We want our freedom.
Yeah, they're very much so. Even though these people are Ionian, they're really not on their side. Interesting.
I showed you the dance. You should have moved.
I like that.
I don't want to like killing, but this time I did.
Oh, okay. Killing
He had
Jin.
some style for a human.
Ah, okay. I like that dig on Jin.
Punk ass cape.
Yeah, I think Rakan has the better cape.
Fool thought
Sorry.
he could upstage me? Problem with that guy? No talent.
Oh. Rek'Sai.
6 legs. Still couldn't dance.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Was that a land shark? I mean, why?
That's
Why is that a thing?
That's a good question.
Perfect predator? I got an instinct about how stupid that thing was.
Whoa. I actually have no idea. I bet you Rek'Sai is actually pretty smart.
Another dead poser.
Poser. Oh, that's a weird Swain.
Kind of feel bad for the guy. His feathers were weak.
Whoa, that's a demon, man.
Punk was trying too hard.
Oh, you can't try too hard. You can't try too little. Okay,
Power
Rakan.
was not meant to be contained. Now it is free.
Oh, interesting.
You were given Vestayan blood, yet chose to be blind.
You were given Vestayan blood, but chose to be blind? I feel like that doesn't make sense for Swain. I don't know. You guys
It
let
is
me know.
from our blood your gifts came, and my hand that took it back.
Ooh dear. Okay, we don't know anything about him.
One animal at a time? Weak.
We don't know anything about that, so let me know about
I
those
find
voice
this
lines.
parallel universe stuff very upsetting.
Well, I always was the pretty one.
Whoa, he's so like ready to move on after killing Xayah. How come we didn't get any of Xayah killing Rakan? That's kind of
I
interesting.
bet she's gonna be angry about that later.
I know that feeling.
I miss her already.
Oh well.
Oh man,
You thought you got
he's
away.
brutal. Oh, killing Zed. Okay.
You came to visit us. Did you think we would forget?
It's interesting that they had different interactions with
I
different people here.
remembered your trespass.
Ooh. I would like to see a
You-
rematch between Zed and Xayah and Rakan. I think that'd
Or
be a fun
shadow
watch.
without a flame.
Shadow without a flame. Does he mean like as in a significant other or like a flame inside of him? What does he mean?
Mess with my girl. What did you think I was gonna do?
Hey, I like that.
Come on. Fool thought he could match my style?
He's definitely more into fashion than
I
other
had a
jams.
feeling I shouldn't have done that.
Wait. Editor, the editor note, Skin Spotlight, you're doing it too fast. Oh,
I'm
well.
not about killing, but I'll put in the work.
Okay. Rakan will put in the work, even if he
Whoops.
doesn't like it.
Now you are dead. Ugh. Sorry about that.
All right, what else?
Party foul!
Party foul.
Step up again, I'll slap you down again.
What's with the slapping? Xayah said something about slapping.
Woo! I feel good! Also, your look is played out.
Your look is played out. Okay, we've had like 4 voice lines already on
I
it.
got
Fashion.
that deadly fresh style.
Okay, make it 5. Probably 6, actually. There's been a lot.
Oh, can't touch this.
Okay, all right. We understand that reference.
The dance is deadly. I need to see if people can see how awesome I am.
Even if he stopped right in the middle there, I need people to see. Like the way his delivery was there at the very beginning was so
You
good.
open your eyes, you see everything is limitless.
What?
I need to know when the action's coming.
I like his place ward voice lines
I don't
so
want to
far.
miss
They're
the start
really
of the
funny.
party. I dig seeing stuff.
I like seeing.
The world's a big place. Don't want to miss any of it.
Hey, that's true.
I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to scout around. Pretty sure.
That's something
I'll
he'd
just
say to
put that there.
Xayah for sure.
That's a good place. I hope.
Yeah.
Let's see what's happening now. Yep, if I'm gonna see the human world, I need to start.
I need to start seeing. That's
I'm
all
gonna
these
show
voice lines have
people
been.
Some of the strange. Peekaboo.
Okay, peekaboo.
I am not blind to any possibility.
The delivery from the voice actor is
I
really
know
funny on
people
a
are
lot
watching.
of these.
How could they not be?
And he wants people to see him.
If you look at things the right way,
That's another
it's
aspect of him. If you look at things the right way, it's
the
awesome.
world
I like
isn't
that.
about collecting stuff.
It's not.
It's about seeing stuff.
That's actually a fair point. I like that. That's kind of like living in the moment rather than like taking a photo. I feel like that's kind of what that voice line is kind of saying,
Turn
right?
on, drop out. The sleeper must awaken.
The sleeper must awaken. What is that?
Mankind is blind.
Ooh,
I want them to see.
okay. That's true.
Vision is the first step towards understanding.
Yeah, I agree with these more serious ones now.
Oh, crap. I hate having to have a plan.
Yeah, we know that. He has got a lot of voice
live
lines for
in the
placing a
moment.
ward. Oh, exactly what I just said. He lives in the moment. That's
I
what that
think
voice
Xayah
line was
told me to
basically saying.
improvise. At least, that's the only part of the plan I remember.
Yeah, that's the only thing that you like to do is improvise.
Let's
Come
see
on.
what these animals can do. I totally forgot why I'm here.
I mean, that's not even ADHD. I feel like that's just, I don't even know.
Our kind will see the truth soon enough. I want to feel everything. That's the only way to live.
Oh, wow. Dude, okay, so I'm okay, I resonate with Xayah a lot, right? With her emotions and things like that. But I'm also resonating with Rakan with a lot of his like uplifting ones about like living in the moment and stuff. I very much align with that as well. But I also like the darkness of Xayah at the same time.
Every road leads someplace.
I can tell why my poll that I put on the channel is very much so very even. I think last we checked, it's at 51% for Xayah and 49% for Rakan because they are very cool champions, both of them.
Hello? Anybody there?
And I like both and agree with
Rakan,
both of their
doing his
viewpoints. Rakan doing his job, talking about himself in third person.
I should totally get paid for this.
Yep. Ooh, what is this? Okay, so ping additional info / context. Editor's note, pings only trigger when Rakan and Xayah are on the same team. Each have 2 voices, one far and one near. Okay.
There in a sec.
So that's why they're doing it this way.
Help!
Here's
Help!
example audio. First is far, second is near. Okay.
Help! Yipes!
Yipes. What?
Oh crap! Oh crap! Somebody?
Somebody?
Oh no! Oh no!
These are all voice lines that I say when I'm playing Helldivers.
SOS! I don't like this!
I don't like this.
This is bad! Oh hell no!
What?
Danger zone!
Okay, what is the voice actor doing now?
Watch it!
He's got like a totally different voice now.
Careful! Be safe! Look out!
All right, so now we're doing danger pings.
Something here!
How many of these are we gonna get?
Not good!
Not good.
Beware!
Beware.
That ain't good.
That ain't good.
Spooky.
Oh, that one's kind of funny.
Danger.
Spooky.
Where are they?
All right, enemy missing.
Where'd they go? They missing?
They missing?
They ain't here.
I like that too.
Nobody's here. What's going on?
What's going on?
What's happening?
What's happening? What is this?
Mysterious mystery.
Okay.
They gone?
These are just great.
Heads up. On my way.
All right, now we got on the way.
Coming, love.
Okay, we like that.
Here I come. On the way.
Like I said, though, how often are you getting Rakan and
Running over.
Xayah on your team together?
Running over.
I bet you there's some, like, are there
Bring in the
E-daters that play these two champions together?
Bring
That
in the
play
fun.
League? I don't know how many E-daters there are, or whatever
I'm
it's
a-coming,
called.
I'm a-coming.
That's more in Valorant.
There in a sec.
Okay, first moves.
My fellow travelers, you are all about to witness my majestic epicness. Unless I get killed. But probably not.
All right. He definitely wants eyes on him because he wants to show off his fashion,
Hey,
right?
everybody, I'm here. I'm here. The party starts now.
Yeah. Okay. See, this is where Xayah and Rakan are totally opposites, which is kind of crazy that Xayah still loves him because I feel like it'd be hard for Xayah to love somebody that's this noisy, right?
Magic is in the heart.
Mm.
Magic is in the rhythm.
Ooh. We've had a few
see this
dance
cape?
voice lines as well.
I said, God damn, I'm sexy.
Oh, the voice delivery was great on that.
I can't wait to get in there.
He just loves
I don't know what
himself.
I'm gonna do, but I am gonna get in there. Xayah! Xayah! Crap. What was I supposed to do?
Oh. Oh, Rakan.
Nothing important should be taken seriously.
Nothing important should be taken seriously. Wait. Oh.
War is in the dance.
Okay.
Consequences only matter if I don't get away.
These are kind of quiet.
We are seen dancing and thought insane by those who can't hear the music.
Hmm. Interesting. Melee attack an enemy super
Try and hit me,
close.
fool! Slap!
Yeah, what's with the slap?
You like that?
Does he
My
just
mom
slap
sends his
people?
regards.
Him and Xayah slap
How's
people?
that face? Get some.
I guess he is doing a slapping animation. He's gonna do it in
Insulted
both
yet?
ways. The backhand slap.
Man, that's insulting. You gonna take that from me? Can't stop me. You're welcome.
You're welcome? What?
Learn to dance. Yeah. Say yeah.
Say yeah. Editor's
Oh,
note,
yeah.
it said yeah.
Watch me.
He's giving off like this, I don't know, maybe I'm
Hold
getting
on.
like vague Michael Jackson vibes too. Cause he's had like a little bit of like the way he pronunciates some things kind of gives off like old school Michael Jackson a little bit too. And then with the dancing, right? Too bad he doesn't have like the moonwalk or something. But anyway, very cool. Let's just talk about Rakan really fast. Yeah, this was kind of what I expected. I knew he was gonna be funny. I guess he didn't have the he had a little bit of it, but I think it was a little bit more pronounced when we read the story for Rakan. But I thought his mind would be a little bit more all over the place in his voice lines, like because it's very pronounced in the story that we read to the point where I was like, does he have ADD? Like I wasn't sure, but then it was like confirmed in the Fandom Wiki that he did. So I thought his voice lines would be a little bit more random than these were. Sometimes he got that way, but most of the time though, he was talking about his fashion. He wants people to see him. He was just being funny most of the time, which again, very opposite of Xayah, but that's kind of why they, opposites attract thing, and that's why they work. And that's why these voice lines, I think, also work for his character and everything. I don't want to compare or anything, but I'm gonna. I do think I actually like... I mean, I laughed out loud more with Rakan's voice lines, right? I laughed way more. But Xayah's humor still gets me and resonates with me. So I think I actually like Xayah's voice lines a little bit better, personally. But I mean, no gripes against these Rakan ones. They were super, super good. Let's go ahead and do that last video, though, for the Xayah and Rakan special interactions together. All right, so the special interactions for these two are 5 minutes long. Hopefully, this isn't any repeat stuff. Like, I'm assuming this is going to be totally just 5 minutes of new stuff. Let's listen.
Better dead than dull.
Smile and nod, honey.
Can we leave now?
Oh, cool. Yeah, they're going to talk at the same time, or they're going to, like, interact. Okay. Can we leave now? I feel like that'd be something Xayah would say.
That's my baby.
Ah, there's nothing.
Oh, okay, that's kind of cute.
Did I do that?
No, that was me.
Who's counting?
Me. I'm counting.
Okay, these are great.
Miela, I helped, right?
Couldn't have done it without you, Mealy.
We heard those two
Every
words
time
in
you do
the
that, it
story.
drive me crazy.
Wow, I'll have to do it more often then.
Okay, uh-oh. It's getting a little spicy in here already.
They trying?
Probably, but there are two of us.
That's fair.
I love watching you kill.
And I love killing for you.
Let's make out.
That escalated so quickly.
Told you!
Rakan, let's not gloat much.
Yeah, I feel like you both gloat. I was gonna say.
Did they deserve it?
They deserved it.
Okay.
Why do they break so easily?
They aren't made like us.
Pity.
That was a Vestayan farewell.
Isn't a Vestayan farewell when you say Ulabash?
Oh
I
my
was
god,
trying to have a
Rakan.
moment, Rakan.
Yeah, come on.
Did you see that? That was amazing!
Nice job, babe.
Except Xayah did it.
They couldn't keep up with you.
Only you can, Rakan.
I ain't gonna
All
kill
right.
you. She is.
Nice to unmeet you.
Nice to Dude, okay. Oh, these are so good. I don't know why, but these are just too good
Kiss me,
together
honey.
like this.
Why now?
Give them a pretty last image.
Better dead.
He had a rose in his mouth. I saw that.
I think we're supposed to laugh now?
At what?
What? Rakan heals Xayah.
You okay?
Better now.
Are we gonna have Rakan
I got
killing?
you.
Thanks, babe.
Mwah!
Mwah!
Those kisses were actually really good because it sounds like they were in the middle of like battling when they kissed.
Thank you.
That's how well they sounded.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Yeah, they're like kind of like screaming a little bit or yelling,
Thank you, honey.
like they're busy.
That help?
Appreciated.
That help?
Aw, you were looking out for me.
Always.
Mm-hmm. Idle next to each other. Yeah, okay. Rakan can't sit in silence, and Xayah loves silence. I was going to say, Rakan's the kind of person that I feel like can't sit in silence because it probably bothers him. Ooh, what is that song that he is singing, actually?
Like this.
Oh. Okay, Rakan sings more and more. I do this sometimes. I live alone, so you know. Uh-oh.
Here we go again. Mr. Scatman.
Mr. Scatman.
He's got me going now.
Oh, this is so cute.
Honey, I don't know the words.
All right, let's go. This way or that way?
Stick to the plan.
We have a plan?
We always have a plan.
Oh, really?
Oh my god. Dude, that's so perfect.
Ugh, I hate everyone today.
I know what'll make you feel better.
murdering everyone.
She knew exactly what he was gonna say. I love it.
Hey, I have a plan.
You
No
have a
way.
plan?
You don't have a
Yeah.
plan.
I'll go on instinct.
That's the opposite of a
That's
plan.
not a yeah.
You sure about this?
It has to be done.
Be safe.
Like you can talk.
Hmm.
If things go wrong,
They always go wrong.
they don't always go wrong.
Whoa.
Mostly?
They mostly go wrong.
That's why I'm here.
Dude, they're so like it works. This couple
So,
works for sure.
This mission, are we...
Are you pretending to be dumb?
Well, I don't have to remember the plan if you do.
Are you pretending to be dumb?
When are we gonna do this?
Soon, baby. Slow down.
Oh. 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 The way she whispered that. That was okay. These were absolutely insanely well done. I believe they are a couple. Like, you know, if I started this reaction with these special interactions, I didn't read the biography, I wasn't being told they were a couple, and I just came out and watched this video, first off, I'd be like, wow, like this is very well written. And the dialogue between them, I wonder if they were like in the same booth with each other when they were doing these voice lines, because it feels very authentic. Like it feels very authentic, like because maybe they play his voice lines so she can respond and vice versa. That's probably actually what happened. But I don't know, it was very believable, like that they were in the same booth, they were actually having conversation with each other and reacting to each other. So these voice lines, I mean, I think I like Xayah's voice lines more than Rakan's in the individual, but I think this by far blows both of them away, because I think the way they interact with each other is so believable. You can tell their personalities already. Like if you're an outsider and you've never seen these characters, you can already see, you know, she's the more serious, the more mature one. He's the guy that's goofing off. Like, I don't know. It just really, really worked well together, having them interact in the same video. I thought it was really, really good. I'm actually a little surprised. So Xayah and Rakan is somebody that I think I should have done a lot sooner, because they have some fantastic voice lines. And, you know, I'm always looking for champions to react to that have a lot of voice lines. They have a ton, of course. And this is, you know, Valentine's month, so obviously this was a perfect month to do it anyways. But man, I should have reacted to these two a long time ago, because they have flown kind of upwards to the very top of some of my favorite reactions so far, because I don't know, again, I resonate a lot with both of them. Like I resonate with Rakan in the sense of like living in the moment more, and then, you know, just being kind of carefree. And then I also resonate with Xayah's seriousness and also like her dry and dark humor. It's just very, these are very relatable champions to me for a lot of people. And maybe that's why I like them so much, because I think they're both very relatable to a lot of, you know, just people in general. So thank you guys for recommending them. I'm curious to see if they're going to end up eventually adding Xayah and Rakan into Legends of Runeterra later. I know there's like Legends of Runeterra is a little bit up in the air right now with kind of the layoffs and things like that. I know it's still going to be around, but I think if they incorporate these two into Legends of Runeterra, they're going to have some sort of synergy in the game, and they probably haven't thought it through yet. So it'll be interesting when they finally add them to Legends of Runeterra. I'm assuming they're going to still add them at some point. In terms of their lore and kind of where Riot's left them off, I think they're kind of in a good spot. I've been saying that a lot lately with some of the champions. I'm not really quite sure where they could go with Xayah and Rakan in the future. Just have them, you know, they could do anything. They could have them just live out the rest of their days happy, and just, you know, maybe they have a kid and then we get another new champion. Who knows? I don't know if Vistayans, I don't know how Vistayans, you know, have babies, but there you go. And I also think that, you know, they're going to just continue doing what they're doing. So they're just going to be, you know, continue taking out all these human settlements that have, you know, taken over the first lands, and they're just going to try to get like the rest of their land back, right? I don't think they really need to be doing anything else. There's nothing else that's pertaining to them other than, like, I guess, Noxus invasion into Ionia. Of course, they're going to have to somewhat be involved in that, but yeah. I mean, I'm going to have to make my choice here in the poll of versus who I like more, Xayah or Rakan. I will say I do like Xayah a little bit more, but I am also like very much so, like I could say I like Rakan more on another day. So I can see why my poll is so close in the 51% to 49%, with Xayah winning by just a little bit so far. But yeah, I think these both, like I said, are very relatable champions. and I can see why the poll is so close as it is. All right, guys, that's going to do it for the reaction. If there's anything I missed for these two, since there's like kind of a lot, I hope I didn't miss anything. Please let me know in the comments, and I'll try to get to them at some point. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this reaction. Please leave a like on the video and consider subscribing. We have a bunch of other League of Legends reactions you can check out on the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.